Welcome, adventurers. Before we dive into the action-packed world of Orange Soul, I want to take a moment to thank our premier sponsor, Forged in Fantasy, the incredible suppliers behind the stunning decor you see in our MythFits studio. From sharp, usable blades to intricate decorative pieces, they've turned our space into a true D&D adventurer's haven. Forged in Fantasy is a family-owned business with over 20 years of experience, and they've dedicated their whole lives to delivering exceptional customer service to help you find the right sword, shield, and more. Their passion for quality shows in every piece they offer, and trust me, they're just as amazing in person as the pieces you see and the props we use in our studio. Whether you're looking for a razor-sharp live blade, or a full-tang steel masterpiece, or a foam sword for your next cosplay, Forged in Fantasy has it all. They even sharpen pocket knives for free and can handle blades even larger right there in the store. You've got to experience it for yourself. They are located at the Triangle Town Center Mall in Raleigh, North Carolina. Forged in Fantasy takes the guesswork out of shopping by skipping online sales and shipping and waiting weeks for a product you've never seen. Forged in Fantasy provides hands-on assistance to help you find the perfect items for your decor, props, and cosplay needs that day. It's so worth the trip to see a store that has everything an adventuring party needs for their next campaign. Forged in Fantasy, we can't thank you enough for being part of the MythFits journey and for helping us create a studio worthy of adventurers everywhere. Check out Forged in Fantasy's Instagram and location info below in our sponsors' links. And don't forget to visit them at the Triangle Town Center Mall in Raleigh, North Carolina. What? Stop it. Why would you do that? Welcome back, everybody. Another Tuesday evening with your MythFits. I'm dressed up a little bit today. But make sure if you guys stop at Forged in Fantasy, tell MythFits that you get 10% off. Tell MythFits that you get 10% off. Welcome back. Last time, our evil campaign took a turn of explosive excitement. Basically, they blew up one of the newest, biggest bridges that the Woodsguard Empire and the White Veil District had built. We're going to do something a little fun today, and we'll get right into it. I don't want to spoil anything. With that being said, the last thing that happened was Alister, you had sent a message to Therendil.
Yes.
Can you remind us again what you had said on that message?
I believe it was, Your Lordship, we are in a pickle. Send the Raven transport.
Sending this to the big bad bitch, you're like, we are literally in a pickle. That is the word.
Well, that is the word I chose, yes.
Our forces are sent to your closest tree of devotion. I'm just going to do that. That'll be fine. So they have sent, you know now that forces have been sent to wherever you have planted the last tree of devotion.
That does not help me. I really needed that Raven.
And it's maybe been 20-30 minutes after the explosion. The dust is kind of starting to settle now. And you find yourself on the other side of the river. You still have... There's not really anything over there other than your cart and some of your more beast companions.
Okay. So at this point, Alister does not know anything that happened to... Apart from the bridge blowing up, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Probably will not shout. I am going to walk to the bank and listen. And see what I can hear.
Gotcha. Give me a perception check.
18.
18. You hear the sounds of what originally you heard as a lot of people gathering towards where the initial explosion happened. So that's where the rescue party kind of started. Now you hear mostly moving downward towards stream, and there really isn't the sound of a lot of people actually by where the initial explosion happened. You hear a couple of people saying, "Oh my god, this is awful. Is that someone's arm over there? Oh my god, that's a foot!" Like, you hear that, but that's really about
something's afoot.
Something is afoot. That's really all that you hear right now.
Okay.
Somewhere is a foot.
I'm going to look for a body that's not like a foot, but more of a torso with a head.
Got you.
attached.
And just to put it into perspective, dawn is maybe a couple hours away at this point. Yeah, I'll continue with that perception. Yeah, you find what looks like a dead knight or soldier guard kind of on your side of the river. What would you like to do?
How many hours till dawn?
About 2 or 3 hours until daybreak-ish.
Okay, and what kind of helmet does he have?
Very similar to yours. It's full face, but it's maybe more like medium armor. It doesn't look super heavy.
Okay, and how is it decorated?
He definitely has symbols of what would be considered a woods, from Woodsguard.
On his chest, like chest plate and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I would like... So what I'm going to do is I kind of kneel heavily in front of this body. And I start chanting and performing a ritual. And clearly, through my movements, if somebody was observing me, you could see that it's almost like I'm flinching as I'm doing this. Maybe like, almost like I'm getting stabbed or I'm getting tamed. But there's a green kind of light start emanating from the body. And I'm going to cast Speak with the Dead.
Okay. Gotcha. What do you want to say?
I would like to ask him his name.
Yeah, his name is Auden.
Auden. Okay. And I would like to ask his rank.
A private. He's pretty low tier.
I would like to ask the name of his commander.
Yeah, it's his top. I mean, he gets his orders from the very top. It would be the Emperor himself, Emperor Woodsguard.
Tell me, Alvin, who is in command of the camp?
Seems a little hesitant at first. So, let's see. I'm just reading this real quick.
I think I get like 5 or 6 questions.
Yeah, it's 5 questions. Cool. Yeah, we're good. You're asking who's in charge of this area?
Of the camp.
Of the camp.
Like who does he report to? Who's in charge of the camp? I guess that's 2 questions.
It's between the general and also the arch paladin, or the 2 heads.
In the name?
In the middle you have the magistrate, who is kind of lateral, but he's more on the business side of things, less on the protection side of things.
Okay. I did ask for the specific name.
Specific name. Got you. So General Woodsguard. Arch Paladin. Sorry.
Arch Paladin.
Arch Paladin. Umbra. Yeah, we'll do Umbra.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And Magistrate.
Magistrate. That will be Jostein. Magistrate.
Jostein.
Okay, and that was the 5 questions. I'm assuming the spell dissipates now, right?
Yeah, he's kind of sat up for it, and then like after that last 5th question, he answered it, and he just plops right back down. Eyes roll back.
Okay. So this something that Alister, because he's got like 1 foot in the grave, he's able to cast this, but it's very painful and very draining on his spirit, and he does take psychic damage when he does this.
Okay.
What level was this guy?
He was only like level 4.
Okay, so I need to I get 4d6 of damage.
All right.
It's a lot of D6.
That's
You
a lot of
know.
d6. Yeah, I need 3 more.
Didn't know it was gonna be there. Okay.
Sure, you'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
24 damage falls over.
Fuck. Okay.
17.
17 damage.
Wow.
That hurt a lot. Okay.
So what's your next move, you think?
Do I have enough time to take a long rest?
I mean, you can certainly take a long rest if you like. Long rest would be about 8 hours.
You said 17? And what was the... I'm sorry, you said 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said how much time till dawn?
2-3 hours.
Okay, so I cannot take a long rest.
Take a short rest, I guess.
Yeah, that's not going to help me.
What are you thinking right now?
Well, I was going to take his armor.
Okay.
But that's like a long rest type of spell for me to transfer myself into another armor. So I'm not going to do that. Where is the like his insignia? Is it on the is it
Right on his breastplate. Right on the breastplate.
just the breastplate?
Mm-hmm. See
Okay.
a large tree kind of branching out.
And it's just a breastplate. It's not like a full.
No, it's
thing
more
you put
medium
on.
armor, so there's a lot of
Okay.
leather and metal on it.
Okay.
It's so pretty.
I'm going to attempt to take the breastplate off
Mm-hmm.
and kind of fashion it to maybe. Or does he have a cloak with the insignia on?
No,
just.
pretty
just
basic
that.
guy. He doesn't have anything that would be considered like upper ranking.
All right. Well, I don't think I can probably attach the breastplate convincingly to my ancient-looking armor. Okay, so I don't know where anybody else is, but I feel like I want to go find out. So, how fast is the water moving at this point?
About, depending, you're looking at it, I'll keep with that perception check since you're down there, about 50 to 70 feet per second. But your character, can he swim?
I mean, he can, but he is like in full-on heavy.
I feel like he
armor.
would sink.
He would just sink. It's just a matter if he can. Basically, I'm going to try to walk across
Under the river.
bottom, under the river, kind of like
Pirates of the Caribbean style.
Pirates of the Caribbean style.
I think you could do one of two ways. Well, I mean, you could kind of do breaching in a way as you're kind of fighting through water.
Like a glorious whale.
Balance or athletics.
I will do
Tell me which one.
breaching,
Okay.
100%.
It will be a little bit harder to do than just keeping balance. But yeah,
Not for me.
go for breaching. Yeah, go for breaching.
So
As you're-
above the table, I have to ask now, when the Duke cook, or not the Duke, when Alister cooks pasta, do you use your own body as a strainer?
Ooh,
Do I use my own armor as a
strainer?
strainer? That is completely unseemly. I would obviously be using proper cooking utensils,
That would gum up the joints.
and not to mention impart terrible tastes into the pasta. You want your pasta light and fluffy with proper seasoning, not pork blood and unmentionables.
We've cut to a conversation
Ram
from the previous
blood.
night.
Wait, we can't even.
and that's okay. And that's okay. All right. So you're walking across. Give me a breach.
Yes. Okay. All right. Here we go. This might be the end of Alister.
So as you start walking through the water, your head goes under the water, and you're walking through. What?
14.
14.
Right? 3. No. I'm sorry. That's a 12.
A 12. Okay, you get about to what you would assume is probably the deepest part. Once you get to that deepest part, you know that there is an undertow. You're able to still cross, but you drifted down probably a good couple hundred feet
Okay.
down the river, but you
far
do
away.
get across the other side. And from where the bridge was, you're maybe about 300 feet away now.
Okay. Well, which is good because I don't want to emerge right where the catastrophe started. What do I see from the bank?
From the bank, not a lot. On the side that you're coming up on, you're definitely seeing a lot more of the rescue party now. Kind of down as they're looking for any kind of signs of life or bodies. But yeah, you kind of come up to a point where there's, let's see.
The dice bag is coming out.
That's
Might not be a great
what was the word you used earlier? Unseemly.
unseemly.
And there's 6 what look like guards
Okay.
on the bank.
Thinking about the culturally what I've seen with the dead guard and how I interacted with him, and thinking about how dark it is, do I know enough about their order to kind of pass as one of them?
Give me culture. Give me a culture check.
That is a 13.
13. You know of what they were like maybe a few hundred years ago, but right now, not so much. Like the garbs that they're wearing and even the tactics that they're going about, not as familiar with them. But you know that looking at them, none of them are like high-level guys.
And they're paladins of Lunaris, right? No, I'm sorry, that's me. They're what did I identify?
Solmaris.
Solmaris.
Yeah.
Not the moon, the sun.
So kind of getting up the bank, you're seeing a few guys kind of like a rescue group more so. They're not. What are you doing?
I'm looking for a dead person next to me.
Give me a perception.
Okay, 16, 21.
21.
Ooh.
Yeah, you find 2 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick one up
Okay.
and start screaming towards them and say, "There's one more over here, help!" And I'm gonna start moving as if I'm part of their group.
Give me deception.
Damn, please. I want this to happen.
Don't fuck up.
so bad.
I have 0 deception on
Don't fuck up
everybody.
again.
12.
12. As you approach and you're saying this, for a moment they're like, "We got a live one over here." You start seeing, and now there's like another 3. So now you're looking at about almost 10 guys over there. As they get closer, they're like, "Who are you?"
I'm going to say I'm with the Alvin's regiment, reporting to Woodsguard.
Give me another deception.
Okay.
Good luck.
Waiting for that natural one.
12.
12. All right. While you're doing that, pause.
Okay.
Back where you guys are at, you were looking. You found that the magistrate is getting a trial together.
Yes.
You had a bomb that you were maybe going to place. We kind of saw you for what maybe was like a split second, and then you put a rock there and fooled them a little bit. What are you doing, Guppy?
So I've also taken out the little bag of gunpowder and realized you had said it was soaked through.
Yes.
Correct? Okay. And then we switched over. Cool. So my initial reaction was to try and maybe dry out the gunpowder, but now that I'm looking at the guy, he's still at his desk writing, correct?
Yeah. I don't know if you're still looking at him or not.
Well, if I were to I heard him go, and receding footsteps. If I look, kind of peek under, is he still at his desk? Can I even see the desk? What do I see?
You see a desk and you see some feet at that level.
Okay, cool. I can't see on top of the desk.
Now you're just barely peeking underneath. You let me know.
So I would like to send a gust of wind, just kind of reach under and send just a gust of wind over, kind of aimed over at the top of the desk to maybe push off some papers and have him going that way away from where I am.
Got you, yeah. Are you trying to be kind of stealthy about it too?
Yeah, as though it were a draft. Because he had said, "Ooh, if they'll draft you here last week," so I was going to actually the draft that pushes the paper.
It's not a big check, but just give me a stealth check just to see how it goes.
You still have Pass Without Trace.
Oh no, it's only an 8.
So an 18.
18. Pass without trace! Wait, how long does that last?
You cast that, right?
Yeah, last time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's an hour. So yeah.
Yeah.
So 18.
18. Yeah, a bunch of you see him get really flustered. Clark, get in here! I need help with these papers. Damn draft came in through underneath the tent.
And so while they are distracted with the papers, I would like to use then shape water to draw the water out of the gunpowder bag, and kind of just like let it kind of sploosh and run on the ground.
Okay.
And take out a flint light thing toss. Is that too much to do right now?
You're trying to just light it now?
Yeah, so I wanted to draw the water out of it with shape water.
Okay.
Sploosh that water on the ground, don't need it anymore.
Okay.
And then take out from my camping supplies a flint that I would use and do my best to light this thing so I could chuck it in under the tent while they were looking over there.
Got you. Yeah. So you take out all the water of this, you light it, and then you throw it underneath.
It's like, chook, and then I just very stealthily go back to the direction of where you ran off to.
I'll roll a disadvantage.
Oh.
See if they notice it. Okay. 15.
Because as far as I'm aware,
15.
this is what I was told to do in order to save the people.
Alright, so I'm gonna say all of a sudden it's not really the sight of it, it's all of a sudden just the sound of psss, and he's just like, somebody hear something hissing? And it's the clerk that's in there. It's a much younger sounding man, if not maybe a teenager.
He has the good eyes.
He doesn't see it, but they do hear it kind of going off. Shadow, what are you doing right now?
So it's probably about this time that I'm waiting and would likely see Guppy coming back.
Mm-hmm. Well, well, yeah, if I wanted you to see me, yeah.
Guppy, did you get it done?
It's lit. We gotta go.
What do you mean we gotta go?
I lit the thing. I put it under the tent. It's in the tent. It's in his office. We gotta go.
Where's everyone else?
They're gonna be on trial in the morning. They're in some kind of prison tents or something, the guy said.
And at this time, do we hopefully hear an explosion?
Where was the earth-shattering crumble?
As you guys move away in a safe spot, correct?
Yeah, probably a good 100 feet away.
We're walking back to
hear an explosion.
Ah, dang it.
Are you
How
sure?
long did it take to do an explosion? How long was it?
Like 5-10 seconds?
It lit. You think you put it in there pretty well, but most likely it's been found out.
Ah, dang it. Okay, so what
Shit.
next?
Do you know anything about... What are they doing with them?
They said they were putting them on trial?
Do you know anything about trials?
It's kind of like a proceeding to judge whether you're guilty or innocent of whatever action you done did that they did not lack.
And can I... What check would you like to see if I know anything about how a court trial works? Given
For them, that would be culture, for sure, because it's based on the location.
I needed that. No,
I will say, while you do that, you guys rolled pretty good for stealth before in last session. It's continuing on. You do notice a lot of people kind of moving out into a more open field area.
Okay.
You do hear the sound of what sounds like somebody building something, and you see a lot of the troops, guards, and other members of that garrison that's parked there on the other side of the river, kind of moving. I guess it'd be more easterly to like a big open field.
Okay. You hear construction, I hear hammers.
Do I see this going on?
I would say if you're looking through and watching everybody kind of it's an open field, but it's kind of just at the top of a hill. You see some guy building something out of wood. It's kind of echoing through the camp.
Does that look like slightly ominous to you?
Yeah, but I've never seen anything like that from where I'm from. What's it? Is that thing sharp? What is that? Is that a blade?
Both of you guys give me a perception check.
14.
14. Great.
17.
17. Both of you guys here. All right, jury, line up over here. What's your jury duty? We need a few people to do a bailiff. It's going to be a quick case today, guys. Come on, hurry up. And they're kind of rushing the troops along. You see them kind of building like an impromptu kind of bench. And then you also see them what looks like some kind of guillotine, but it has 2 holes in it for where heads go.
Alright, so I don't know how well suited you are to this, but this seems right up my alley, as it were. Don't even make a comment. I know you don't.
Well, I would have, except I'm still trying to puzzle out what the this is that you're talking about.
Well, you see those ones they have lining up for jury duty?
Yeah.
Go and, like, crack my knuckles and pull out a small vial.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to take that one's place.
Oh, okay. Well,
Maybe have a backup plan for if things go, as they say, tits up?
Well, that's you today for sure. Well, what about me? Do you think should I try to sneak in on the jury, see if maybe we can sway them one way or another? They said it was going to be quick, but maybe we can get them out.
They all seem to be human, or mostly human.
Damn. Well,
You and your fins to the left kind of stand out.
yeah, I suppose. Well, is there any way maybe I could hide and watch? Maybe like where it's a field.
It's starting to get kind of quiet where you guys are at. Almost everybody in that encampment's kind of heading over to that area, it sounds like. So there's almost like the full mass of 100 guards and other people kind of heading
Maybe
over there.
while the camp is empty, you could go look around, see if you can find any useful information.
Here.
Maybe go see what that creature is in the wagon. One that's got all those suspicious dents in it now.
That's true. I don't suppose I might try and go find the good Alister McVeigh as well. So.
Okay.
That could help.
So you guys are going to split off a little bit?
Yeah, so I'm going to go towards one of these jury members, whichever one looks like they're kind of off to the side.
Okay.
And as I do, I'll kind of change my appearance to look like more of like a female soldier.
Okay, kind of matching their exact
Kind of,
appearance.
yeah.
Got you. All right, so you walk up there, you're looking very similar, and there's a line. It's a very short line, but it's very simply painted on a sign, jury sign here, and it's just like a little table. All right, next, don't make us do voluntold. All right,
Hi there.
we need
and I'll
volunteers.
Kind of lean down.
Yes.
Is this why I signed up for jury duty? I've always wanted to be a juror.
Didn't know we had any female guards here.
Oh yeah, I just started a couple weeks ago.
Huh. We've only been here
Chill.
with advantage, but give me deception.
Can I throw a little seduction in there?
If you roleplay it right.
I got the naughty
I am
card.
doing another
You
button.
gotta do it.
There's another button. Well, you see, I was really hoping to be on jury duty. Maybe you could help me out?
Alright, roll for seduction.
Yes. The only thing I'm good at, 19 plus...
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. You've been
23.
poisoned people
This-
pretty good.
This guard looks up and he has more warts than teeth, basically. On his face.
Oh, your own
yeah, I
personal
get you.
fidget toy.
So he's British.
Yeah, I get you into jury duty. I'll talk to you later. What's your tent number, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, and did I notice any tent of like one of the higher ups numbers as I passed by?
I don't know, did you?
Can I give you
Please
a
roll.
intelligence check to see if I remembered any?
Sure.
That'll be 8 plus intelligence is a plus 5, so 13.
A 13. You saw some letters and numbers on him.
3B.
Oh. Yeah, that's right next to mine.
Well,
Didn't know you were my neighbor.
I'm sure I'll see you later.
Alright.
I'll wait. And then, as I
He licks his one good tooth as you walk away.
It's my favorite too.
You kind of get into the group of jury members. Anything you're trying to do with that? Or?
Who are you replacing?
So I'll kind of take this one at the back and. Oh, hello everyone.
Oh, hey. And they kind of all look at you like, there's a female here. Well,
Everyone's good over. She got
I just started not that long ago.
got you. Well, welcome. They're getting this trial quick, huh? They're getting on it pretty quick, huh?
Yeah, I heard there's some big giant that they're gonna kill today.
Yeah, he
So
was on the-
excited.
Yeah, they imprisoned him. He'll be on the bench here in a few hours at daybreak. The magistrate and the clerk are getting all the papers together right now. There's the scribe over there. Yep. All right, yeah, we should be getting started. I mean, there's nothing to do for the next couple hours. But,
Did they give us like drinks or anything while we wait, or?
yeah, there's a barrel of water over there if you need.
Oh,
something to
okay.
drink, yeah.
And I will absolutely go over to that barrel of water, and I want to pull out a vial of. Hold. That vial of slug secretions that had 5 uses, and I want to pour that into the water barrel.
Whatever effect I told you, what was the effect?
I do not remember.
It was different
I
for
think it was
all
the
of us.
hallucinogenic
Know your
one.
spells and know your poison, sir.
This is one you made up.
I know, and I told you about it.
So it's whatever that D10 chart of different hallucinogenic effects was. Either breaking the fourth wall or seeing things.
Well, it was different for each of us because you had a list, but
Yeah, there's a color. So what color did you
They
get?
were pink and blue.
which
Pink and
Hang on,
You're
Okay,
both
I'm
of
gonna try to
them.
look it up.
I squeezed them both.
So
together.
which one are you putting in there, or both of them?
They were
or-
both mixed together.
Okay, so you're gonna put them in there. Gotcha. All right.
All 5 doses.
That's a lot of doses, Tony. Sorry.
Just fuck around.
As you walk away, the first thing that goes to drink out of it is not a guard or a person, it's just a horse, is the first thing that walks up to drink out of this.
Can I like try and shove this horse away? No, don't do that.
No, you start walking away, the horse starts drinking out of it.
This can't go for
And as you're kind of walking back, some of the other jury members and guards are kind of laughing at you. With that, are you doing anything before the trial starts, Shadow? Anything else?
Not at this time.
Got you. Guppy,
Yes.
what are you doing right now before the trial starts?
So, relative to this field, where did the dragon's cart get carted off anywhere?
It is still
Is it in
where
the
it was.
field?
Yeah, it's still over there. There's one guard at each corner.
Okay. So, you here? There.
It's not really on this one per se, but yeah, I get what you're saying. But what are you doing?
So there's a guard at each corner, just at the back or at the front as well?
There's one at each corner.
Oh, each corner. Got it.
While you think about that, I'm
Yes,
going to go
please.
over to Alister. Alister, the guards walk over to you. They, at first, look at they said, that one's dead. What are you talking about? That's not a live one.
We need to collect the bodies.
Why are you in such strange garb? That's not the armor.
I was on the other side of the river when everything happened, and I barely escaped with my life. My poor brother, Alvin, the private, did not make it.
All right, well, go ahead and roll for deception.
Okay.
You're holding this dead guard.
Yeah, I'm calling for help. Yeah, no, that's a straight 6.
6. How about you put him down, and how about we go talk to the captain real quick?
I'm gonna say, how about you do as I command and collect the bodies now? Do I recognize what rank he is that I'm talking to?
Yeah, he's pretty low level.
Okay,
I'm just
gonna call him private
Got you.
immediately.
Give me a presence check.
Okay. Okay, 24.
Ooh, nice. Okay, fine. We're here to gather the bodies and give them proper burial. Can you at least help us and make it back to camp? And there's a trial soon. We all have to attend as witness.
A trial. You have captured the evil.
Some crazy dude on the bridge right before it blew up. Right before there was a 2-headed monster or something. Absolute madness over the course of like 2 minutes. Yeah.
And you've captured any other enemies you have captured.
Well, I guess it was his assistant, but he looks like some kind of fucking mess. He looks way worse than the guys on the bank. He's all stitched up, and he's big in one part, small, and you can only say his name. It's really weird.
So 2-headed monstrosity and
A stitched together monstrosity.
Those are the only two you've...
And then some word about some noble guy. He was on the bridge right before it happened, but apparently he saved a bunch of people by pulling out a wick, so I don't know how the trial's going to go for him, but you can consider that the two-headed guy. You know what I mean? Oh, I should know.
Well, I have, I might be of service. I have witnessed things on the other side of the bridge. Who do I talk? Who is the magistrate? Was it, Joe? Disha?
It is now. It is now. Yes, Magistrate Jodisha. Oh, I gotta type that in. Jostein, but we're gonna go Jodisha.
That's it. That's the official.
Disha.
Jodisha.
Don't be toxic.
Oh, shite.
All right. But we gotta get going.
All right. So there's one more body that way.
Okay.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hand you this for soul, and you will direct me to where the magistrate is currently at.
I'm pretty sure he's busy. I can try to get you to go see him, but
Well,
pretty
just
low level.
you have lots of.
He'll be at the trial. He'll probably be there right when we show up.
Oh, very well. And the trial is.
In a couple hours.
And the trial is where?
Right down the road, up on the top of the hill.
Thank you for your service. Please continue the mission here.
Okay. Yep. So they hand him the body. You're gonna get the other one and follow them back, right?
Yes.
Okay, got you. Just
Did you do anything to change your appearance at all, or just?
No, I'm
okay.
just I couldn't figure out a way of doing that.
Are they going past the cart? Do I see them go past? Or am I just not anywhere?
No, you don't see them. With that, you guys have all kind of gotten ready for the trial. You're going to be heading back. One of the guys says, "Man, you look like you smoke a lot. Maybe you should probably smoke with your helmet off. You know, that way the fumes can get out a little bit easier. You're starting to trail a little bit. Might be helpful. I've heard there's some things with lung disease and whatnot. As you're kind of like smoking as you're walking, but as you're kind of carrying a body, you're kind of hiding your suit of armor and everything, and you're kind of a little bit muddy, so it doesn't really, they don't notice you, basically. Okay. And you had enough presence and authority to kind of tell them.
You're so present.
You don't want to do that. We cut to about 10-15 minutes before the trial. And this is a part where I guess we can look at the other people. Renfield. Ah, gorgeous. So beautiful. I think last time we were doing snaps one time.
Good. It's not valid.
Before, like 10 minutes before the trial, Duke Strenthos, are you doing anything in particular?
Well, the Duke has asked for his bag back to prepare for the trial.
I'm sorry, Your Lordship. It was with your associate, and it has been held in evidence. I assure you it has not been touched, and it has only been inspected for any kind of like dubious items like the bombs that have been used. It will be given to you back after the trial is complete.
May I simply just borrow it to get my proper clothes?
Give me some diplomacy.
21.
21. Yes. And I think you still have advantage on things too, because it didn't that potion last?
Oh yeah, it lasts a day.
It lasts a day, so you still have advantage on that stuff too. So feel free to roll again if you want. But
first one was better.
Understood. I can bring the bag back to you. I have to stay with it. And I have to just watch you, and then it gets returned to evidence. But whatever you need out of there, I just check and inspect, and that'll be it.
Fair enough.
Understood. And that happens. Is there anything particular you're pulling out of the bag?
He puts on this attire.
Okay.
Gorgeous.
Adjusts his
Very
wig.
dapper.
It's so striking how your beard and hair don't match at all.
Very
The
squash.
Duke doesn't have a beard, alright?
I know. Just
That's how it's done in Parliament.
As he'll get all proper, and then he'll look over and go like, And we've had. I said I was here for the night, and this is the next morning. I think you said.
So you guys infiltrated at night, so,
Yeah,
it's still continued, and now it's starting to be early dawn.
Okay, so since it has been that amount of time, I am going to swap out a few spells.
Okay. Is that just a short rest thing? Just to swap some out?
It'd be over a long rest technically, but I've been sitting in this tent for a long time.
Do you have? Was it trance? Is it 4 hours?
Oh, that's true. I could trance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll allow it then.
Okay. Cool.
Awesome.
Cool. As he'll prepare himself and go. I much prefer to have my assistant, but I assume they're still holding him for no reason.
Yes, I'm sorry. That's above my pay grade. I can bring you some of your stuff, but I can't bring you him. He is a suspected criminal as of right now.
And what are his charges?
The killing of more than a dozen men, injuring more than another dozen, high treason, all the fun stuff.
So heretical, and also charging high treason in a foreign land. Noted. So far, these charges are ridiculous. I'd also like you to bring me a full list of charges, labeled, notated, with all of the side parts of your law, because apparently you're all barbarians.
I can do my best to get that to you.
No, you will do it.
Understood.
Now out of my tent.
Give me presents.
That was so good.
At advantage.
Not that I represent myself.
14?
Okay, so he walks out. He doesn't come back before the trial to tell you anything, though.
What a dick.
I resemble that remark.
Right as like the sky's turning from dark black to a light purple and orange as the sun rises, you've been called now to go to trial. But before that, Ishbibinab and Gog Magog, you guys find yourself still in your holding cell. Your shackles have been broken, but they still are latched onto each one of your arms. The ward is still above you, and the trapdoor is still locked above you. You find yourself 20 feet underground. What are you doing right now? Did you guys just jinx suck your teeth at the same time?
What do you think about it?
You did it. Okay, it's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I can't go up. What? I can't go up.
I feel like you two should be smoking cigars at this point.
There is a ceiling. Yeah, I can't go up.
You do hear the outside world. You hear the sound of a lot of people just above you.
You hear all those people? None of them are screaming. Yeah. We're not doing our job. Should I start hitting the wall? It's better than nothing.
Are they perhaps within 60 feet of me? Okay.
They are not
Are
near
any of my friends within 60 feet of me?
Earthquake.
Sorry for interrupting.
I will say Shadow and Guppy probably are. I'll allow that.
I'll let them finish though.
Or no, Guppy might be, because you went back to go check in the encampment, correct, for stuff? Shadow
For the
is...
dragon, yeah.
Shadow is not.
At the jury stand at this point, probably.
But yeah, she's the cart that you're looking at is pretty close. So yes, I would say just Guppy is.
I'll let them finish up their stuff.
Okay.
I didn't want to. I was just a passing thought that was invasive.
No problem.
Start hitting the wall.
You start hitting the wall?
Yeah.
Great.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yep. You see like a few guards kind of like look down and they just start pointing and laughing at you guys from above. Look at that beast down there. They're all just... Oh my god, they can talk.
I won't eat people this time.
Oh my god.
That's more pathetic. Okay. Please let me out. Please.
Apparently they don't know the language that well. They're bouncing back and forth. So yeah, just before the trial starts, I'm gonna do one more pass to you before the trial starts. Guppy, you get to the cart.
I get to the cart, I see the guards, and I would like to do a... Can I, like, throw a sound effect with prestidigitation? Like, maybe it come from somewhere else?
Sure.
Or would it sound like it's coming from me?
It would come from where you cast it at.
Yeah, so
Okay.
within that.
So it's not necessarily yourself. I think it's within 30 feet of you.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Thaumaturgy is more catered towards like
Yeah.
that. Ventriloquism.
Never mind. I am going to... I see the guards, and I'm just gonna kind of leave the cart alone. I've already tried to blow something up. It didn't work, and I'm just not gonna mess with things. I actually am still kind of bent on finding Alister. So I'm just gonna keep just walking around,
Making
seeing
your
who
way
I can
back
find.
to.
Yes.
Okay.
Like circling around the camp to come back to the field.
Give me. You're investigating the encampment. Give me an investigation check.
Yeah. Still seeing if I can find him. These guys, anybody. Investigation.
Okay.
No, it's empty. It's empty.
No, master.
It's just an 8.
Just an 8.
Just an 8.
The only thing you notice is, man, with an 8, you just don't find them. So you're kind of walking around through there, and
Do I see anything interesting while I'm like circling back around?
you notice that it's a lot easier to walk around now that there's really nobody hardly there, other than a few guards at maybe some of the larger, more nobility or captain's tents or squad leader tents. There's maybe 1 or 2 guards at those, but all like the basic infantry tents, all the basic guards and privates, low-level knights tents, low-level paladin tents are empty. Everybody has gone to the trial, so you kind of have like free reign in here now.
Hello.
And you still have pass without trace, so.
Well, no, it's only for an hour, and it's been several at this point.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, cool.
Is anybody hearing me?
She would hear you.
Hello.
But I can't answer back.
No, you cannot.
Okay, well,
If anybody can be hearing me right now, which is unsure, but I'm hoping I didn't get abandoned in the middle of the camp. I'm hoping. You know, I could go on like this for a while, but I should probably tell you all what to do. Did you know that I have a medical degree? Anyways.
Just gives us his entire backstory.
The dude goes on for about 5 minutes. You can't
That
stop
was
me
a
from
young
doing
lad.
this.
and I'm just sitting here like splitting freaking head.
And then I went to a ball. And but really now, what I really need people to do is there's this really pompous dick. He has a purple cloak, and I really don't like him. Plant the bombs in his tent. Thank you.
Commit terrorism.
How many bags of the gunpowder? Did you only give me the 1? Okay, you have the rest, right?
The other one didn't blow up.
So are you getting anything? You're just kind of walking around. Are you snooping around looking for stuff? Anything interesting that you can find kind of in the camp?
Well, after hearing this, now I'm looking for a dude with a purple cape, but he's probably going to be in the field, so I'm going to make my way back around. Thought occurs to me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I swing back by the tent, look under, and see if the pouch is within reach?
Yeah, so when you look back in there, the candles have been out. It's pretty dark in there, but
Okay.
there's no sign of like an explosion. You don't see the bomb or the flint. Or not the flint, the wick or whatever.
Okay. Can I can I wiggle under the tent and explore the room a little?
Sure. Yeah, give me an investigation check, or actually, I'm sorry, give me a perception check, looking around the room.
17?
17. You find several different, it looks just like some kind of journals or some kind of note-taking journals, kind of flipping through them. It's very much just like logistics routes and keeping up with like supply lists. Very organized, more business side of keeping the encampment going.
Okay.
You do see like one stack of like scrolls that are kind of bound up. They look relatively old. You see he has some nice furniture. You do see like a short, small statue of what looks like a gargoyle kind of at the end of his desk. But really overall it's a tent. Even the floor, it's a dirt floor. Like,
Can I pick up the like logistics and the manifest for supplies and take those with me?
Sure.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Because I'm thinking once I can get our people free, as empty as it is now, I might be able to pilfer some things.
Now, as it's starting to become dawn, where are you positioning yourself?
So once I take these books and things, I'm gonna make my happy way back to the field to like keep an eye on what's happening. I want to make sure I have shadows back, and I want to see if really these are the people, like our people are the ones on trial. So I'm headed back to the field to post up.
Got you. Give me just, well, you're probably staying just out of eyesight, right? It'd be really
Right.
low end, but just give me a stealth check. I'm gonna say you probably just need like a 8, 9, and you'd be fine. Is it less than that?
11.
11. You find yourself behind just like a small kind of rock out there, and you're just far enough away where you probably won't get noticed, but at the same time, you have enough of earshot and eye shot. Kind of thing. Alister, it's starting to become dawn. You've kind of led back. They've kind of taken these bodies to go do proper burial stuff. What are you doing right before dawn and the trial beginning?
I'm going to make my way. Do I see where the trial is going to be?
What's up?
Do I see where the trials can be at? Like,
Yeah, you notice a lot of people are up on like the top of the hill. It looks like they're kind of getting like these like simple wooden boxes to kind of stand on. Yeah, it looks like a kind of like the inside of a courthouse outside. Behind it, you definitely see a very large guillotine with 2 holes in it.
okay. Do I see the magistrate, Joe?
Justine.
What?
Was it Justine?
Jostein.
You don't see
Cephalus.
Okay. I'm going to go towards the setup. Meanwhile, as I'm walking, I'm trying to suss out where the prisoners might be held or where the magistrate might be.
Okay, give me perception. 13. You don't see any of that. The only thing you see kind of walking over there, you see a Triton huddled behind a rock.
Please don't scare me.
You see Guppy behind a rock,
okay.
because it's the only Triton that you know about.
I'm gonna walk kind of up in front of the rock, and I'm just gonna stand like super at attention, and I'm gonna say, "Hi."
What was that one more time?
Hi.
Hi guys.
I'm speaking very quietly, but I am going to speak loudly just so everybody can hear it. I'm going to quietly say, "It is surprising to see you here. I'm very relieved you are quite alive, Mistress Guppy."
You get summoned and followed to the trial.
Together.
You start noticing that the ground beneath y'all's feet inside of the chamber that you're in, you start to see like almost like this aura of slime kind of go down the walls, and on the bottom you see the walls shrink in and the floor starts going up and you get pushed up. You feel your manacles, they are broken, so they do get mended, but in front of you. Your hands get reattached, and right before it gets to the top, it kind of stops, and you see several guards. Yes, God, my God.
Before we get to the top, can I just go?
Start crying.
Performance. Give me your performance. Both of you give me
It
performance.
says I headbutt him. Can I get advantage?
Just give me performance as well. I feel like this is a full body emotional experience. So.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we'll play it. Do it. While they're rolling Duke, you make your way to the trial. They put you behind a very just recently built desk. In front of you, you see actually just a couple papers in front of you. Several things like the evidence that's going to be presented and a list of a few names of people. I think I said that to you. Besides that, that's all that's on the table. And it looks like all the evidence that a defendant would get against a prosecutor, shared evidence and all that. What did you guys get for performance? Tell me.
A 1!
And
7.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
So the ugly cries.
He headbutt me, so it did kind of hurt. So I'm like,
The Arch Paladin kind of leans over and looks in. He says, must be mating season of some type. Weird sounds.
just like in the middle of it, I just go, is this what you meant? Yes. We've never cried before.
With that, you feel as if your body, as this aura, this like slime aura kind of crawls up about half your body, you feel as if you can barely move. You feel like you have about a couple thousand pounds in you. Your movement speed right now is only about 5. Looking above you, there's several mages. As you come up through the trapdoor opening, you see the majority of the guards surrounding you. And you look over and there's the trial. You guys are right there at the area where it is. Looking over, you see the magistrate riding up on a white horse, just getting up to his bench. You see a lot, and probably about 30 feet behind him, a large guillotine with looks like 2 large circles, which would probably fit 2 heads in each one if they're normal people, but about the size of both your heads to fit in. And it's very obvious to at least God Magog that this guillotine is built for you guys.
It's a nice one.
They made it special for you.
I built that quickly. The what?
All right. The magistrate kind of settles everybody down. Everybody, come on, get into place. By all means, clerk, you can please get us ready. The clerk kind of walks up. He's like, fella.
I think we need to move closer.
He's wearing very similar kind of guards, but they're less ornate. He looks kind of like the magistrate's assistant. And the clerk kind of pulls out a scroll and starts kind of reading off of it.
Snap.
Honorable members of this court, we are gathered today not merely to settle matters of law, but to confront the searing consequences of one catastrophic truth. Someone blew up the bridge. Not just any bridge, mind you, the Great Bridge.
Objection.
There's nothing great about that bridge.
The bridge is destroyed, therefore it is not great.
When the trial has started, you will have your turn. I am just reading the charges. Sir, if you don't mind, you will be put into a cone of silence. Hold your
Tell
tongue.
me to down cone.
No, that's the cone of shame.
And who stands before us accused, a disgraced duke who calls fire diplomacy, a double-headed Eton whose combined wisdom could not match a stable turnip, and a man known only as Renfield, which his appearance tells you everything you need to know.
Rude.
Together they formed a troop of incompetence and chaos.
Oh,
And he kind of looks over.
Can I do something in the middle of this?
Please don't. Please just read one thing. They grappled gods, ignited barrels, conjured fog, and celebrated the carnage. My friends, this was not an accident. This was an intentional theatrical sabotage, complete with magical lighting cues to tell their comrades when to blow up the bridge.
A real quote.
The evidence will show explosives were placed based on burn marks, the bags, and the fuses. A bridge was destroyed. This is also evidence. Dozens of guards were injured, killed, confused, and probably offended. And the notable Duke himself insisted on representing himself, which I assure you is not a defense, but will become an admission of guilt. And he rolls up
That is leading the jury.
and he rolls up his scroll, and the magistrate says, "And today I will be the judge, your prosecutor, and your executioner. But before we begin this trial, we're going to take a break because I don't want to take a break during the middle of this trial. So we'll be right back with the trial of the century. Bye!
I keep forgetting our camera's over here.
Renfield, hit the power button.
Renfield!
He's too busy being falsely imprisoned.
Just like all of us.
All right, welcome back, guys, after break. So, as the clerk gets done and he kind of rolls up his scroll, the only one on the stand right now... Oh, I'm sorry. What's up?
So I want to, as the magistrate's kind of taking the stand, just prestidigitation, kind of hand wave, just for a loud sound of breaking wind.
By him?
So it sounds like it's coming from him.
Doesn't work near him. And you actually give me investigation real quick. As your spell fails.
Can I do Arcana?
Sure, yeah.
So that, with Arcana, that'd be a 25.
25. You know that he probably has a lot of protection around him, or some kind of counter spell, or some kind of magic items that don't allow spells to activate around him.
Yeah.
Are we on the stand together, all three of us?
No, it's just you right now. Renfield is in holding, kind of off to the side, and so is the Ed. And it looks like kind of like you have your own desk that you're kind of behind. All right, first things first. Let the record, the magistrate kind of starts, let the record reflect the bridges are meant to connect us. And these potential fools instead chose to blow ours up. This is why we're here today. Please maintain a professional... If you could stop that, Etten, if you don't mind. If you could just keep your hands to yourself. Or I'll see you in contempt. Which will be straight to the guillotine. After listening to these accusations, for now, Duke Sorrenthos, and this is for me as a DM, I'm just making sure I understand. You have given them your real name, right?
I am Dr. Duke Kinador Sorrentos.
Okay, just making sure. With these accusations in place, I will say before we get to where your position is on this, whether you want to do a plea bargain or whatnot. You did save some of our guards. A bomb was thrown in front of you, and when everyone else was standing there doing nothing, thinking their fate was sealed, you removed the fuse and saved us. Which throws a lot of confusion into this. So please, begin. Why should we consider you innocent? If you are going innocent, how do you plead?
I plead innocent and also charging you all with obstruction, unlawful imprisonment, and also racism.
Understood.
Your main lieutenant, the purple garbed one, called me a thing, and then proceeded to not understand anything about the law of the country. You say you're claiming to bridge countries, yes? Those are your words that were used in court just a moment ago. He points to the scribe.
We are here to...
No, let the record state that I am directly stating to what you stated just a moment ago.
I wasn't the one talking, the clerk was.
No, you were, just a moment ago, when you said that bridges were supposed to create passage and bridge gaps.
They are meant to connect us.
Yes. Connect us, yet your people initially were refusing and being racist towards the people you were trying to connect to. Let that record state that your intentions are lofty at best. Please continue.
So we'll start from the beginning. Once you were the first one there when the trouble kind of started. The initial, you approached on the bridge when the guards asked you, and our ward stones to detect any evil had shown you as being evil. They've shown you as bright red. Until you saved them, is there something notorious or nefarious that you might be up to? What you're going to do here?
The deaths on my hands do weigh heavily on my soul. I am a doctor. More than anything. It does pain me for those who have died before me, and I do consider myself in my nightmares sometimes to be that evil that I couldn't save them.
Diplomacy.
That would be a 23.
23.
Not a dry eye in the court.
Understood.
Shadow said sheds a little tear.
Alister's getting all misty.
Why did you get into a suit?
With you, you're
You're like, I gotta moisturize.
once you had saved them, you have proven yourself to be
Just like
maybe
taking
more
Alister's
noble and
tears.
not the true cause of what is happening.
Objection, I am noble.
You certainly are. So sorry. And he apologized to you. Now, your assistant, though, he has maintained this aura of evil around him being detected. Can you explain why you carry such a evil being around you?
Absolutely.
One that is maybe not human, by chance? A monstrosity of
Parts
types?
of him are not human, indeed. Unfortunately, he was in a horrific accident. Much of his body was destroyed.
Understood.
I am a doctor, of course, but I dabble in the arcane arts, and I was able to sustain his body with different pieces of passed on individuals.
He was quite difficult strip searching and kind of.
He doesn't like anyone touching him but me.
You know, he was okay from the neck up, but neck down, apparently not a fan. All we can discern is he's pieced together, and he is more than one.
As I said, exactly as I said, I used different parts to sustain his body.
So why would he be considered evil at that point, crossing that bridge? The ward does not lie.
Have you not seen where people come from?
No, why would you piece together a group of evil people?
Why would I not use the pieces of evil people? Why would I use the pieces of good people? I use the pieces of the people of the Northern Empire and also my initial town that did wrongs.
You see the magistrate kind of lean back. He's like, piecing together those of evil to do good. That might explain your aura to start with. Roll for diplomacy, though.
15.
15. Before or after you had saved the guards, though,
Yes.
you had gone off the bridge.
I was taken off the bridge and forced. Well, no, I did. You know what? I meant that. I apologize. I did try to flee from the two-headed creature over there.
Here's the piece of evidence that has us.
Sure.
And it might be something that you may or may not know. While you were talking on the bridge, there was some kind of mist-like being that, as been described to me, was basically exact replica of you talking. Had all the blah blah blahs and looked just like you on the other side of the camp. Now, how would we explain that if that's not your doing?
I am unable to do magic like that, I'll be honest with you. As you searched my belongings, you know my spellbook as well. And I am sure that your archmages went over that. I am not this sounds like a major projection spell of such kind. I am not able to do such things. Now, I will tell you, in the Northern Empire, I am quite famous, and many people like to replicate. As this attack has happened to you, no? As you said, it's suspicious timing with me being there, as even your own words, as you said. Likely, due to my nature and my relations with the Northern Empire, this was likely a planned attack. I was taking some time, he points to these two over there. I was taking a little bit of a break in the town right over the hill. Those actually helped me into a mud bath.
Oh, the bathhouse.
Correct.
We don't really go over there, but I've heard of it.
Yes.
Okay.
I may have had a disagreement with some people who caused some potential terrorism attacks there, actually.
Okay.
They're
And
dead.
so you killed the terrorists.
Some of them, yes.
So overall, just wrong place, wrong time.
Well, and also, you also imprisoned a noble without cause, truly. At the time, I did not do any cause, and I was already handcuffed before the bridge was destroyed. I submitted myself as nobility and asked to speak with those in charge. Before it happened, I was denied and imprisoned. Per the laws of the Northern Empire, I was not given any of these documents before trial, making this already a mistrial in proper court holdings. And fourth and foremost, you all have been incredibly rude to me and my assistant, who's been through too much already.
One more diplomacy, please.
13.
13.
Okay.
It is too much of a coincidence, I believe. I believe that you saved the lives of many of our men, and I'll hold this to the jury. I don't really have much else other than this. Do you know the two-headed beings?
I just said I did.
And how long have you known them for?
Well, they took care of me at the bathhouse.
And so then you were just traveling along.
I was not traveling alone.
Or traveling along, sorry if I misspoke.
Oh, I was traveling along, yes.
With them. So,
Well, no, not just a moment. They were at the bathhouse, and I traversed to the bridge.
So why would they attack? They grabbed one of the guards.
I am not sure. We will need to listen to them. They did have a strong appetite, and there was some strange... At the bathhouse, there was not only the terrorist attack, which was handled, there was some strange oils that caused some trouble.
Can you explain why, after seeing this major image or major illusionary...
A projection? That's
Whatever
likely
you-
the case of who is asserting to saying this, by the way?
The Archpaladin. Surely...
Was anybody else witness to this?
Yes, several guards around the, this projection snuck its way into and it must remain as confidential as possible, a beast's chamber that we have and transport it
So
to.
an image of me specifically that you saw snuck in and moved while I was dealing with everything going on.
Not only that, the Archpaladin also took a bolt to the back of his helmet, luckily not piercing it. So, not only that, he was attacked, so...
As you can see, as you've searched everything and taken my bag away,
Yes.
I am unarmed, besides for my book. Oh, and my sword.
He kind of sits back. Do one last diplomacy.
Natural 20.
Natural.
Take that!
Have at thee.
I think for the sake of the trial, before we cast judgment on these other two with the jury, I think in order for you to be a representative for them, I think the jury should cast their verdict on you before you're held as the representing party lawyer, as some people might call it. We're going to take a 10-minute recess, and he asks you to just stay on the stand for now. As the jury kind of gathers back up, Shadow, are you doing anything?
Not at the moment.
So far, the jury seems like it's really peculiar. Like, they're pretty lost. Like, how is there a major image over there? And kind of talking through it, the jury seems kind of hung. Some say, well, why would it look like him? And then the Archpaladin be attacked. But then he'd come and save us. Also on the bridge, is it just wrong place, wrong time?
Guys, it sounds like wrong place, wrong time to me. Plus, you've met that Archpaladin. Isn't he kind of a dick?
Give me diplomacy, I guess.
Ooh, no, not my strong suit at all.
So Discord.
Oh, 17?
17. Yes, the Archpaladin, she is quite, she can be on edge sometimes.
Oh, well, maybe I'll have to help her with... Anyways, that's besides the point. She seems a little... has a case of the stick up the ass. Maybe someone was trying to mess with her.
Maybe one more diplomacy.
And that Duke, he saved my friend. That's another 17.
Ooh, okay.
Kind of trying to lead them by the nose.
Yeah,
he's
they all
probably
say,
innocent.
okay, for now, he's innocent. Wrong place, wrong time. We'll see how the rest goes. When you guys get back, you are in the, you're kind of the lead juror in in the trial. The magistrate kind of sits back down. Have you reached a verdict?
Yes, and I'll look to my jury members and I'm like, we find Duke Quinoa Snap.
Dr. Duquinador Sorrentos.
Yes, what he said. To be
Quinoa, Sorrento, pepper...
pepperoni, yes. The Duke pepperoni of Serengeti. No, innocent.
Okay. Well, do you take as lead representative for the next your assistant?
Yes.
All right. And his name again?
Renfield.
Renfield. How do you say it one more time?
Renfield with an M.
With an M. M. Like M as in Nancy or N as in Nancy?
M as in Mancy.
Mancy. Yes.
Like Necro.
Okay.
No, not like that.
Renfield approaches the stand. He stands next to you. The ore is gone by now. He is stripped of basically above the waist clothes. He's just wearing his pants. What form is he in right now?
Yo, put
He
some
would have
pants
been
on him.
brute, so he's actually he's like buff, but
Just
like
buff.
not like disgustingly buff, but he's just buff.
Mm-hmm. So as he's standing there, the magistrate judge will kind of look at you. So, the plea. How do you plead?
What are you charging him with?
Same charges as you.
So the man who was next to me.
High treason, conspiracy,
Yes.
murder.
So the man who was next to me, that came with me, that you just declared me as innocent, and he is so injured that he can barely speak his own name, masterminded a plot that had him at 3 places at once, because you said there was a major image, a bolt, and then the actual explosion, correct?
He was considered and detected as an evil.
Yes, and I heard that we spoke about this before, but I will, for the court records, Miss Scribe, Renfield was in a horrific accident ages back, and unfortunately not only lost his will to speak, but was burned heavily across his body and lost 4 limbs as well as 3 organs. However, due to the magics of my town, which are very well documented in the Northern Empire, we were able to sustain him until we were able to graft on some of those who have harmed him. Now, we have exchanged things over the years to sustain him, to make him a little more efficient. As per Renfield standing, he feels indebted to me, honestly. That we did save his life, and he acts as my assistant in many things.
Would you say that he has any knowledge or any kind of... Would he know anything about explosives in any way?
No.
Would you say he knows about any kind of architecture, how bridges are built?
Renfield, I think in your past life you technically were a baker. So no, unless baking bread, maybe like a strong baguette.
Go ahead and give me diplomacy.
That is a 16.
16.
Sorry, 17.
Asterion like that.
Would you consider him a person?
Yes,
Or would you consider
Renfield
him
is his
a...
own person.
He looks over at Renfield and he'll say, Renfield, anything to say for yourself? Everybody else again.
Again,
1, 2, 3.
Now he will respond when I ask him to do things. I have managed to get him to do that much. Like Renfield, bow your head.
Now close your eyes.
Say yes, master. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Magistrate kind of sits back. Did he have any particular training with any kind of weapons of any type?
Oh yes.
What is he proficient with?
Shields, swords, sickle is one of his favorites actually, and he does have this really neat thing that I've managed to do because of his, as you see, his graphs. I'm not lying about them or anything. I picked up quite an interesting, almost... I don't even know what it was. It was a really weird zombie skeleton sort of thing, but it was able to stretch its arm and fire all bones at me. It really hurts. I took that arm.
Sir Garrick, Iron Vein, was the one that took him to the holding cart.
Is that the one with the purple?
I would no. General Woodscar would not be joining us today, unfortunately. But Sir Iron Vein, in particular, said that when trying to understand or get in there, he only feels like he is either controlled or manipulated, and only follows the orders of his true master. And he is not an independent person per se, and he could be tricked into doing certain evil deeds. Do you feel like that is true or false?
If I was killed, potentially, yes, for sure. Magic does need to sustain that. As you can see on him, there is quite a bit of magic that is flowing through him. And that is why he also stays close to me. It's because I can sustain him to keep him alive and keep him feeling decent, and he can help me with my research. It's a mutually beneficial relationship, and he gets pretty much anything he needs from me if he asks.
Understood. I think with that, we're going to move to a verdict as well.
I'd also like to say that this was not to... This trial, as you stated, and let the jury be known, that this was specifically for treason and terrorism charges, and all you've asked me about is the nature of Renfield himself, nothing to do with how he could have affected anything here. So may the trial and the jury state that the actual charges were treason and murder when he stayed next to me the entire time on the bridge, as well as all the questions related have been leading the jury to question the sanity and straightness of the being in front of you, which is once again stating that this is racist and once again leading the jury in a manner that is unprofessional of this court. I abide my time.
Period.
That's a good point!
I'll start nodding along and like kind of nudge some of the fellow jury members. Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, give me presence. Diplomacy.
Not
You're trying to swing them, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Diplomacy, I would say,
Yep.
is probably or 6.
6. The guy next to you is like, all right, calm down, darling.
What did you call me?
Them. Oh,
Darling.
You gonna let him talk to you like that?
I'll just kind of
Let a man
sit
talk
up
to you like that.
and turn very slowly. Lean forward. Would you like to repeat that to my face? And I'm going to try and be intimidating.
Why would I repeat it a third time?
You grow your legs.
Can I be a little
longer.
bit intimidating with the 17 of presence?
You rolled a 17 in presence,
I
sort of.
indeed.
Look, sorry. Just
Damn
trying to
right
joke
you're
around.
sorry.
We're all soldiers here. I was just trying to joke around with you.
That's so dressed.
Soul dress. Sorry. When did you get changed?
I stated that. I pointed it out.
I have.
I didn't notice that at all.
I
Above
have
table.
put down my backpack with all my cooking utensils, and I put on a proper attire.
Tire.
That's how.
I'd like to imagine it's
Tie,
also
or-
just made of steel, but it's in the shape of a suit and tie.
See a little dragon.
Oh, it does. Such a little dragon.
Understood. We will hold verdict then for him, along with the others.
Intense.
Next up is the Etten.
May I converse with them before proceeding to the trial?
I'm going to walk over.
We'll take a 10-minute recess as you converse with them. Renfield will be, he'll kind of go, they'll guide him right off, kind of behind them. So you can talk to all 3 of them. 2 of them? 3 of them? Whatever. Yeah.
Renfield just goes by and like kind of just almost hugs the Duke and just kind of leads by him. It's all right, Renfield. I'm happy you're here too.
Yes, master.
To talk to His Grace.
Do that one more time.
I know you can get close.
What time is it?
How am I able to get close?
It's time to get them out of this.
As they say, it's 1:30 noon.
All right, you two.
Witness in the water.
Yeah, everything's looking too good.
No, it's perfectly fine. I've already led them exactly how I wanted to. Also,
His Grace.
you now have advantage on all charisma checks. Enhance ability.
In case things go bad,
That technically affects both of you because you're one body.
take this. In case things go
Where
bad.
did you even get this?
It was in the
This
meat
is-
bag. They didn't take it.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't
so
know.
here's what's going on. You all
I want
members
to
of
kind
the
of like nudge the
bathhouse,
jury. I think
how
that
we work,
two-headed
right?
monster's probably
and
guilty.
you have been working.
Of course.
Because technically I can't possess an armor that has a living person.
Right.
You wouldn't know that in character.
But if you're like really small.
You'll be working at the bathhouse. Yesterday, you helped me exterminate the terrorists there.
I remember doing
When you woke up this morning, you felt an urge to kill me.
that. No, I didn't.
So you did
Okay.
yesterday morning when you were
I didn't. You did? We did.
Yes. So you will have that feeling. You chased after me, and then once you got on the bridge, and when you were hit by the first spell, you started to come to. As you will directly say that you did not technically bite down on the soldier with you.
I did.
No, he seemed to be perfectly fine, actually.
Oh, it didn't go through? So it doesn't count. Okay.
That's when you snapped out of it. You realized that you did not wish to kill him.
Did.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
There you go. And then once that is done, then you
For
have...
today, everything he says is correct.
And you couldn't have made those bombs because you didn't make them.
They don't fit in our hands.
No, you didn't
They're
make
so
them.
small. Yeah, I didn't make them.
The bomb does not fit, so the glove does not fit.
Yeah.
If the bomb doesn't fit, you bust.
Yeah, correct. That's correct.
Yeah, I made the bound.
No, you didn't.
No, you
No,
didn't.
I did it? Okay, I did it.
No.
Who are you people?
You did not make the bombs.
I didn't make them.
Correct. Now, the last thing here is that you were not traveling alone. You were with
That's
others,
true.
because you have your others right here.
Oh.
DM, whilst they're
That
conferring,
doesn't
can I do
count.
something?
Yeah,
So I
Okay.
want
Your turn too.
I just pull wineskin out and put one of these poisons I made that gives some discomfort to the intestinal system. Okay, kind of shake it up and offer
this
some
is-
wine to my fellow Jews.
Things on people like this.
As you know, wine's probably not done.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Just give me just a stealth check.
Okay.
Or theft.
Or theft for
Either
the
way,
right side of the hand of it.
I'll force it out.
Can you
I'm
do
gonna make my way over
I'll
to
go
the
with
two.
stealth.
in a second.
A 19 for
That's a
stealth.
good idea.
A 19 for stealth. Got you. Yeah. So you kind of have like a kind of put it in a flask. Yeah, here you go. Other jury people that are with you
Yeah.
are the ones you're trying to do that, right?
Being controlled
Yes.
by something else. I will cleanse you
All
of
right. So
Okay.
you just have to make sure he doesn't say anything.
This is a good idea. Why are you telling me all of this if I can't speak?
No, they're going to have to talk to you.
Oh, but you told me not to,
Damn,
so
I'm
I'm
not
not gonna
there.
talk to you.
Demon.
You're like, pretend like you're Renfield. Okay.
out of the 6 jury members there, 3 of them drink it.
Perfect.
All right.
So they will need to give
So
me
going to trick on that.
a DC 16 Iron Gut.
Yes, he was the man behind the slug.
Worth about 10-15 minutes, they'll have some rumblies.
First one, it's 14 plus 2, so it's just 16. That one passes.
These beats.
Yes, I recall it with the mud bath.
Second one's at 18 plus 2, 30, 20.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You can
I am
always look
so
over here.
good.
You'll say, I'm gonna remember.
The other one was a
They
4.
also have
Okay.
helped me out with my mind.
Hey, that's 1.
Okay.
That's better than none.
It's almost like I heard a ghostly spectral voice.
Between us, I do make the most.
Alister, what were you doing?
And
Alister is going
And just for today,
to
you're not good with
walk
this.
over towards the dude.
In the middle of the
I
trash.
don't know if I can do
We're
that.
in a break.
Just say you don't know how to do
There's
things.
100 people.
Yeah,
I'll just mess it. I'll just mess it up.
You're standing far enough away where Guppy's still safe and can't be seen.
That's fair. He does mess them up.
So, are you still sure that you want to go there in front of everybody? Can I walk over there?
I won't hold the
I'm being a nice DM right now. If you want to, I'll completely allow it. But you would notice that you're gonna be seen by a lot of people.
That's okay. I have an armor. I'm trying to blend in. I'm not walking like across. I'm kind of just walking around the side trying to get to the dude.
Okay. So, as you guys are kind of wrapping up a discussion over there, a large, smoke-filled, ghostly armor that you guys know as Alister starts walking across, and then all eyes just around. Roll for stealth.
center.
You're trying to be stealthy without saying you're being stealthy. Roll
Like,
for stealth.
okay, show us on the map.
There's not a map big enough. I'm sorry.
No, that's true. That's true.
Where's mine? Okay. So, great. That will be with disadvantage because I have the grace of iron.
Yep.
Pretty metal.
13.
Big.
17, so it's a 13.
Redfield,
Yeah,
can you show
as
the
you-
people our trial?
As you kind of walk around, some of the guards on the outskirts are like, two of them kind of look over at you, and you get about halfway over to them, like, whoa, who are you?
My name is Alister Morvain, and I'm here visiting my brother, Alvin, who I have just learned perished, and the Duke Doctor over there, who has just been acquitted, tried everything in his power to save him, and I would like to personally thank him before these proceedings continue for the justice of our people.
Give me deception. And that was great. So do it with advantage, because it was very convincing.
That's
So
pretty
good.
That's
That was really good. Actually, give me, you have Lich's favor, for sure. That was beautiful.
Flavor of lich.
Okay, deception.
This roll
I've
tastes
never. Yeah, that's his
Gosh.
advantage. 17. Okay, not bad. 17.
Definitely the
17.
That's pretty good.
I was thinking 15, 16. So yeah, they're like, fair enough. Nice armor, though. Let's probably get that cleaned up a little bit. Maybe not smoke as much inside your armor. You know, you can take off the helmet whenever you want, right?
called a hot dog.
Which is true.
All right, buddy. I'll see you around.
Okay. You, sir.
When he does that, it's just like a ringing, just and a poof kind of comes out.
Like somebody hitting a pillow that's like really dusty. Just
Pump.
Needs to
I'm
slow
going
down
to
that
walk
crack and
over
leave,
towards
you. Know what I
you,
mean?
and I'm going to say again, thank you for saving my brother in arms, and or not save, but trying to save. And I pass you the stack
He'll take
secretly.
it. And then also in your head, and then also to you.
Theft.
It's gonna be.
You would. Well,
I would know.
Oh, I'm sure I've seen it before.
Us.
Theft?
so
the
this
DM.
is me looking like a standing
Actually,
soldier.
I'll do it. I'll do it with both of you guys. You guys can both roll for theft, or one of you guys can roll for
Sleight of
theft.
hand theft? Sleight of hand theft?
I'll roll theft.
One of you has to roll theft. First.
I'll roll theft.
100%.
Can I give guidance?
As you touch it, and give guidance too with it.
Sure.
That's a 4.
4.
On top of 4,
That's a unnatural 20.
yeah, you get to know sight and seeing. You
And then I'm going to just stand to the side at this point, quietly.
got you. Okay.
Sorry, Guppy.
I'm just staring at
It's
you. I'm
okay.
So I'm just gonna instead of anything else, because I don't know that Shadow's there,
Okay.
but I have been constantly like parsing my brain,
All right.
and I think that Shadow's
So,
probably.
so
on-
I'll wait till you make eye contact, and I will wait.
Well, no. I'm just the telepath. So I'm able to. I know you guys, so I'm just reaching out to one of
I
you
assume
guys.
you'll still look at the jury at some point.
Maybe, and maybe I'll notice that. But when you two are healing, Alister and you two, I need you all to say something. I know I've already told the Athens and also Guppy this, but I'm going to blame this all on the bitch. Or sorry, language. the very unpleasant fellow in purple. No, absolute never.
I'm not wearing purple.
So the purple one is who I'm going to blame it on. So I need both of you to say, for Alister, since you seem to be in guard attire, that you may have seen him sneaking out at night, and for our friend over there, seeing that they seems to like those of the bestial type, and have said so in the past to you.
Excuse me, Mr. Magistrate.
Yeah, we're about to get started. What do you need?
I know I'm part of the jury, but
Not yet.
am I able to act as a witness as well?
We've kind of already had our witnesses, but if you think that you have some information, by all means.
So would I give you that now, or if it becomes relevant?
It's complicated. As a jury member, you can't be actually part of the trial. The trial will be dismissed, and then it will be withheld. And with that, we'll probably have to do a retrial with new jury members and start it over again. Which...
Never mind, then.
Sorry. That is just... What did you guys do? Gog Magog and Ishbibanob.
I just gave them the pep talk of the century.
Are you guys doing anything before the trial starts?
We look really bored.
You look really bored.
The trial.
I'm like asleep.
Oh, actually, he's super bored, but I'm hamming it up. I'm like,
I'm like asleep. There's just like coming down. It's like getting all over me. I just like go. Oh, the purple guy. He was there. What did he do? He killed them.
Oh.
He's the man behind the slaughter. He was. But not yet. We have to get on the stand.
So the Duke stands up, puts his arm behind his back, and just waits, staring at the magistrate.
Gotcha.
Oh my head. What's wrong?
Let the second half of the trial begin now. Ed, the magistrate kind of calls you over, looks at you guys. If you guys wouldn't mind, get on the stand, or stand next to
Okay.
Duke over there. So not but just a few hours ago, we saw you not only take one of the guards by, I believe, his head and drag him around, screaming at everybody to look at me, as you turned into only I can describe as every color possible radiating from your body and looking like you're the attacking force.
That doesn't seem possible. I'm having such a hard time remembering ever since we left the bathhouse. Yeah.
These monsters are quite stupid, aren't they?
Objection, hearsay, and unneeded, and also unnecessary.
Sustained. My apologies.
Once again, on the court record, that is the third intake of racism in the courts.
Yeah.
Moving on.
How do you plead?
First charges.
Of course not guilty. Oh.
He starts listing off what seems like 15 to 20 different.
That's fine.
All. And what's the plea for those?
Not guilty. Yeah.
And I'm not familiar with this kind of monstrosity. Do one of them have to answer, or do both of them have to answer?
Yeah, one of them usually is fine, I believe.
My brother had such a hard
Didn't want
time
to have two
talking.
trials.
Yeah.
Bailiff, if you don't mind, he'll come over there and he'll unshackle your hands. But you're still not able to move right now. But your hands are unshackled. Our first witness we're gonna call to the stand because we believe that you're probably most likely to blame for this will be Sir Thorn Greaves. And you see this gentleman who has, as best I can explain, large red handprint across his face where he's been grabbed.
Someone just looks like aluminum foil, that kind of what corn.
I just imagine him.
You had to use a can opener to get his helmet off. Sir Thorn, if you could be ever so kind as to explain what happened on the bridge. And he recounts in great detail everything that you did in a very accurate detail.
Hold it. I'd like to also state for the record of the course that you were uninjured, correct?
No. And he kind of points at his head, and it has like it's indented, basically, with like a huge handprint where it's been grabbed.
Yes.
He has dried blood by his ears and nose, too. Like,
Oh, Sealy, did he take damage? I don't think he did.
he got grabbed by Etten by his head.
Did shake him a bit.
Yeah, we should.
I didn't say that out loud. I didn't say that.
Let the record state that the only injury that you have, you're able to stand here today,
Cosmetic.
correct?
Yes, I'm able to stand here today.
And you're of able mind.
Yes.
So you're able-minded, able to stand, and you're up on the stand right now, with your injury stating to be just to your head, but you're not feeling any damage. Now, I don't know about you all, but I am familiar as a doctor with Etten physiology that one arm could crack a head in half.
Oh,
Like
most
this.
definitely.
I believe he took me as some kind of hostage before the bridge blew up and before his back or ass lit on fire and blew up.
Objection, as that is technically not. You're leading the jury once again, and also, how do you know this?
Overruled. I know it because he grabbed me and there was a huge explosion out his backside.
Correct. And then all the weird colors, especially after I threw a bolt of energy at him.
Yes, I don't know. I couldn't quite see everything that happened, but it was definitely him that grabbed me. And then shortly after,
Yes, I saw that too. So, you're saying you were grabbed, but your injuries were minimal at best.
I almost died. If I wasn't carried off when they carried me off, it was a few seconds later after he disappeared and got captured. It blew up. The bridge blew up.
Correct.
I could have died.
Correct, but are you asserting that he technically did that?
I don't see who else would have done it though.
I would like the court to show for the record earlier today of the potential other targets in camp. And now this person is saying that the only person to do that, it would be the two-headed Etten here. Yet we are technically missing potentially two different things. Someone who's powerful enough to create a major image, as well as somebody who tried to assassinate somebody with a bolt, correct?
Yeah, give me diplomacy. Very nice. Give yourself some Lich's favor too.
26.
26. You see Sir Thorn Greaves kind of go pale and he doesn't know how to answer because he doesn't know. He just knows what he knows. You can see on his face. You don't even need to do an insight. You know that he's at a roadblock. He doesn't know how to prove that. So everybody saw like that, but yeah.
No further questions to this defendant.
Okay. The magistrate looks over at Mr. Thorn Greaves and says, "Did you by chance happen to see who put the bomb under the bridge to destroy it?" And Sir Thorn answers, "No, your magistrate, I have not."
I would also like to state for the court that two Ettens that working at a bathhouse would not have the knowledge of a bridge like this. Actually, I don't believe anybody in the town would, which is slightly odd.
No further questions, Sir Thorn. Thorn walks off. The next thing you hear is kind of as he's walking off, everyone's kind of quiet. The next thing you hear is just somebody's stomach just, and you see just one guy over in the jury just go, "Oh, oh God,
Buddy, are you okay?
I gotta go, sir." And the magistrate looks over. "There's some kind of problem over there, lead juror?"
It appears my friend here is having some, well, he might have got into a bad batch of stew last night.
You see the magistrate's horse, which is kind of stabled behind him. His eyes start getting really big. And his horse looks unnaturally aware of something that's not there. Weird neighing, and the magistrate kind of looks back over the horse. Clerk, take a moment. Get the juror to the clinic, and also, if you don't mind, take the horse with you as well. The clerk unties the horse, and the horse just takes off. The horse kind of drags the clerk. The clerk falls down. The horse is running in zigzags off. He is in some other world, and the
Just
clerk.
screeching.
While this is going on, it's a major distraction. Is anything happening at this moment?
Do you want me to check him out?
If you wouldn't mind, that'd be most appreciated. We'll take a quick recess as you check him out, if you don't mind. I'm gonna go try to see what's wrong with the horse. So we're gonna take a quick recess again, as one of the jurors is now has stomach issues.
And as someone who knows this exact thing, because he's seen this with people.
I will absolutely look over, and it's kind of a.
While I'm doing this, because this person is in extreme amounts of discomfort and pain right now.
Oh yeah, dysentery.
It smells not good right now.
I cast friends on him as I'm doing this.
Okay.
He has disadvantage on a charisma saving throw, probably because he's doubling over and
I'll
unaware.
just allow it. I won't even have him save because it'll just be he's sick right now.
Cool, he's charmed by me.
Okay.
Who isn't?
But I will do a medicine check.
I agree.
Can you check my pants too? Oh God.
No, I'm not that kind of doctor. That's a 28.
28. You know damn well what's wrong with him.
He turns around. Magistrate, can you please have whoever since I'm now acquitted, may I have my belongings back?
As long as they stay within eyesight, and we see what you do with them.
Oh,
By all
yes.
means, until the trial's over.
He says this out loud to everyone. The acquitted member who is offering to help a member of the jury who tried to convict him.
Just because you're acquitted doesn't mean you can't be held in contempt. Mind your words. We're almost done. Now go help them, please.
I already am. I already know the issue. I'm asking for my doctor's bag.
Yeah, they give it to you. He's just telling you like you say
he
that.
takes it as he looks at him just like savagery. He takes out a needle. All right, this is going to hurt a little bit, and also maybe do it behind the juror stand so nobody sees this. As he did with a few the Edens, it will be the disgusting removal of the bile.
Stick him right in the gut, basically, and just. Gotcha. Yeah.
And patch him up, and then pat him on the back with a healing word, so he feels great.
Okay.
I've got this
Thanks, buddy.
Of course.
Appreciate that. I don't know what came over me. It literally just happened all of a sudden.
He walks up to one of the guards that was rude to him, the one that didn't give him his stuff the night before, and gives him the needle full of stuff, and just like, go throw that away, and then goes back up to the stand.
Then wash your hands.
So, and Ken, while we're doing this, I'd like to try and take one of these other juror members aside.
Yes, I gotta get back to Guppy because I've been waiting to get back to her. But yes, we'll go to that next.
So while the distraction is happening, I want to try and cast Prestidigitation on myself to kind of give me more like human-colored skin, kind of like like hide my tail or make it as like glimmery and invisible as I can, kind of like.
Oh, sorry.
Ah, dang it. Okay.
Disguise self.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
guy's going to do that.
Disguise
I
kid.
was really wanting to be one of the jurors. Like, okay. Upon finding Prestidigitation does not work
Okay.
to the effect that I wanted to. I'm just gonna helplessly keep watching. Helplessly, might I add. Helplessly. I am a fish out of water, honey.
I know you're there.
Well, of course, and
Because, Alister, actually,
Alister
because...
knows.
Can I didn't say this before. With my theft check before, which was very good, can I plant something on him too? Is that okay?
We'd have to retcon.
It's
How about we do he did, but whether I noticed or not, I'll roll now for
That's fair. That's
Split
fair.
something up.
Okay. That's fine. You had a great theft check, so I'll allow that. What are you planting on him?
I'm giving him the shadow silk thread.
Okay.
Oh, so it sticks to him literally.
Well, that and remember
Well, he doesn't
I
know
told
what
you.
it's for. You're just
No,
giving it to
I
him.
told all three of them actually in their minds.
So give me perception, and I'm just going to be try to judge that the best I can. But yeah, give me perception. Give me perception. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, you're making me nervous. Magistrate.
My tie's getting so tight.
Random
No.
numbers are really
No, I lost my spot. Oh no.
Where was it?
Okay, so 24.
24 perception?
Holy
shit. Yeah, you notice. I'll allow it.
What? Oh,
Are you doing anything with it?
Remember to plant the silk on the purple guy.
I'll give you a couple seconds to decide if you're going to do anything.
Mufasa.
okay.
Out of
Do
the
I know?
clouds.
Do I see the purple guy? in
No, you don't.
here? Okay. I'm going to think about the layout of the camp real quick and try to take a guess at where the purple guy is. I'm guessing he's in the big tent. I don't know if I know there is a big tent.
During
Did I
the
see him?
trial, the Duke did say something about the purple guy, and he did describe him as General.
Well, yeah, I know who he is because I talked to the soldier.
Oh, that's right.
I just don't know his location. But I'm guessing he would be in the big tent. And I did no, I haven't heard Guppy say something about blowing that up.
I will say you've heard two things about the guy in purple. You've heard him be called General, and you've heard him be called Prince. You've heard him be called both.
Okay. I'm going to kind of walk my way to the last row of the crowd and kind of stand behind everybody. And I'm going to kind of look and see if I see any poles with the flags or a big tent.
Not until you get back to the encampment. None of that would be there. The tallest thing there is the large guillotine behind the magistrate.
How far away is the camp from?
Maybe about 100 feet.
Oh, so it's right there. So yeah,
150 feet.
I'm
yeah.
looking back up the hill.
Yeah.
So I should be able to see where this tent is, right?
Yeah. It's just past the encampment along the main road and kind of gets up to this nice little grassy knoll of a hill.
100 feet.
Yeah. So you're looking for him.
I'm going down. Yes, I'm gonna.
Yeah, give me a perception.
Ooh, 21.
21. Damn, dude, that's really good. You see something, and I'm going to explain this because I was going to save this to the end, but you rolled really well. The thing that you're looking at right now is you're seeing not him, but you do see that purple cape that was, as you would know, probably that's some form of royalty. Purple being a rare color. You see it flapping what would be in front of, or whoever is taking that dragon-marked cart off. They are now probably, I don't know, 700-800 feet away. They're pretty small, but with that perception, you just maybe notice it.
They're moving.
Oh yeah, that cart's going.
They're going.
Yeah. And it's heading south.
And it's heading south.
Keep that in mind. We gotta get back to this trial. The trial starts getting back up and going again. Magistrate kind of says, the jury guy kind of sits there, he's looking at you.
Oh, I never got to pull the other one aside.
Oh, okay, yeah, what's the other one?
So I just wanted to pull one aside and cast Charm Person on him.
Charm Person on him? Got you.
They'd have to give me a Wisdom, and that DC is a 16.
16. It's a plus 2. No, they rolled an 8.
Alright, they will be charmed by me for the next hour.
Okay. Cool. With that, the one guy's back. You got another guy. So there are two people trying to marry jury right now. Magistrate's like, oh my goodness. Where did we leave off? Where was
We were talking about how the Audens couldn't be three places at once.
You're correct. But if they were in cahoots with
I do like that word.
with
Bless you.
how do we know that they didn't lie to you, make you feel like you were part of their group, and just tagged along to make you look as if you were guilty? Maybe this was part of their plan. How do we know?
I am actually leaning towards the belief that somebody was trying to frame me.
Is one of them sleeping right now?
They seem to have some... Well, when they were on the bridge, if you don't mind me, and I'm sure your mages can back you up, the one there on the left seems to have an arcane malefiction of some sorts.
There's something in his head.
Correct.
Oh, there is?
Give me deception.
Oh my god! I wasn't there at the bathhouse.
Gog, give me a deception, please.
Remember, you do have advantage.
And this protrusion, what'd you get?
It's a 17 plus a very large number.
A 10?
I think it's 6.
You're good.
Yes,
Not
it
that
is.
big.
Man, they are so stupid. Kind of whispers it under his breath. Why would that protrusion have anything to do with?
So I'm sure your mages can tell you that arcane malefictions can be signs of demonic or even high-level possession magics, especially towards an Etin, as they are. As a doctor myself, and who knows many races, it would likely be in case that someone who is not used to casting magics like this may have ended up doing things that they did not intend.
I'm making my way back up to the.
So, here
Circle.
is, and excuse me for a hypothetical here, if you will let me speak on a little bit, Magistrate, as I believe I have stated myself to be a reliable witness so far. We have a potential assassination attempt on your arch-paladin. We have some sort of major image that seemed to have distracted him during that time, with my image on it, which doesn't make much sense if you think about it, because why would I use myself in that scenario? It would incriminate myself. So, in following this logic, an Etin who is, on paper, very terrifying, but has alleged to, and I have stated, worked at the nearby bathhouse. There's still a little bit mud on them, honestly. With all of this together, I allege that this was not an attempt by the Etin, but an attempt from the inside.
Dun dun dun.
Roll for diplomacy.
We should take more in diplomacy, guys.
I mean, you've been doing just.
You're doing great.
Oh
14?
14.
no.
There's one thing that we know as humans: don't trust monsters. So I hear what you're saying. But there is some interesting new evidence. Not too much, but maybe a few hours before we arrived today, there was an attempt on my life. Someone had planted one of the very similar bombs that have been same make, and as you being in your chambers and put away, we defused it, obviously, but someone had slipped it underneath the tent and attempted to blow us. I was going to keep this to myself because I really believe that this might not be something.
So you are alleging now that you may actually have proper evidence that you have withheld that may clear my clients?
I'm not withholding anything. I just told you about it.
After I alleged of the potential inside plot?
I was just about to say
And the
before-
evidence that you have permitted to me on the paper here in front of you? This alone would be a perjury in the
Do you want me to answer your questions? You have asked 3 and not have allowed me to answer. Interrupt me again, especially when I'm taking your side, and you will be held in contempt until the next great cataclysm.
Go on.
Now, with a bomb being found after the fact, and knowing that you're in hold, everybody, I lean that you guys are most likely innocent, and I shouldn't do that as a judge. But this is evidence, and there's no other magistrate or judge here, so I present this to the jury and everyone else here. With that, I want to have one more witness. One of our mages. Archmage Quindris. He's the maker of the Detect Evil Ward Stones. He's also a person that, watching these Ettins on the bridge, noticed a lot of different spells happening all at once. One thing that he witnessed was a large strike on their back, some form of fire or electricity or energy that caused a massive explosion. Yet again, leading in your favor that someone was attacking them from the back.
Maybe they were attempting to silence their possession.
Let's ask him. And Quindris approaches the bench, and the magistrate motions to you. Feel free to ask whatever you'd like. Yeah, my name is Quindris. I'm the Archmage. What can I do for you?
What you doing?
Hello, Archmage. I am Dr. Duke Sorrentos.
Uh-huh.
I want to just confirm with you that you saw an attack spell on the Ettins themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. There was some kind of electric fireball energy blast set off a large barrel on their back. It exploded, and then within a few seconds later, the bridge went off.
And would you say...
In case you need a snack.
And would you say that this spell, for one who is not familiar with Ettin physiology, as you've now seen, may have destroyed a potential human of that kind with such a spell?
I imagine there was probably something in the barrel, you know, that probably ignited, and
Of course.
whatever spell was shot behind them.
But
Set it
so
off.
behind them, and also for the jury, this spell with the effect of whatever they had could potentially have killed a normal person, yes?
Yeah, most people, the guys behind him definitely died in a fiery,
So,
accident. Or,
let me
not
continue
accident.
on. Thank you very much, Archmage.
Yeah, no problem. Magistrate, am I done? The magistrate just asked him one question. He's like, why would the Ettins glow red then?
Oh, that's simple.
Well, he's asking.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, some people do some awful deeds, but that doesn't mean that they did something awful here that would affect us. But it is likely that they are more notorious and evil than they're letting on, and probably not as stupid. But that's, I'll admit, that's some hearsay.
Thank you for admitting that out loud.
Yeah, no problem.
The Ettin culture does technically lean towards some of the more notorious acts, and like me, who feels bad about some of my deeds, may lean into that as well.
Yeah, give me diplomacy real quick. You're doing good.
I think we need an iron good.
No, they're fine. Oh shit! I don't know how that went.
That's really good. That's a 24.
You're doing good.
So now, if I may assert in here, the timeline, if you don't mind, Magistrate, I don't want to speak out of turn.
By all means.
I approached the bridge with my faithful companion Renfield. We had stayed at the bathhouse the night before. Very nice accommodations, by the way. We crossed the bridge because I am a traveling doctor, as seen now by the jury themselves, as I helped cure them. And also my other deeds. I was held up at the bridge because they were being quite rude, but I won't get in on that, that's hearsay. And then this Auden came charging towards us. The one that I saw yesterday that was handling the mud baths. Very unusual considering their temperament of yesterday. Seemed more hungry than anything. They started glowing, as the Archmage has said, and proceeded to move up onto the bridge. However, the odd part is, as we've stated here, Ettins, as a doctor myself, and I will say wholeheartedly, cross my heart, on my doctor's license, they are strong enough to rip a person in half. They did not do this, however. You allege that they were holding a hostage for some reason. But why would a monster do that? Unless ordered to do that. After the attack started on the bridge, they seem to have had some sort of stop as the Sir, I don't remember, Irongreave, I believe his name was?
Iron Vein, yes.
Iron Vein. Even he said that they did not do enough damage and then soon let them down afterwards.
It's in his nose. Sorry.
Trust, I know!
Does it smell like oranges?
Is it the scented kind?
This is really hard to do, by the way.
I'm trying to.
This alleges that somebody tried to get rid of them.
No.
Not only that, but it seems that my spell at them seems to have potentially knocked them out of whatever this was. This leads me to a different conclusion. As we stated before, and that you were attacked, I believe, this leads me to an interesting conclusion about who could have done this. As I was actively helping people, yes, your guards indeed did hold me as I was a mixed attribute on the battlefield, which I understand. Now, the after effect, though, was somebody specifically asked me to be carried away and not interact with anybody, after I even alleged the noble decree. And he is not even here today, curious enough.
He kind of stops you there. He kind of leans over the bench. Duke Surrenders. Before you say anything else about the General and the Prince of Woodsguard, I will have you possibly hold your tongue before you say much else.
This is a courtroom, is it not, Magistrate?
It is, but investigations outside of this case will take place outside of this trial.
Okay. I just am alleging what I know of right now.
And as far as I'm concerned, it is hearsay, and you will cease and desist. You are here to prove innocence, not prove the guilt of others.
That is fair.
You are a defendant.
That is fair.
And he kind of leans back. I think with those words, we'll consider that your closing statement.
Indeed.
Before you go too far.
The Audens were actually a victim here of a potential possession. And the after effects of magic are clear on their body. Not only that, but they seem to have been specifically targeting me as of my noble background, which I will add, very few people know. Only, I won't go any further, but my relationship to the Queen of the Northern Kingdom is kept relatively quiet.
Understood. Before we go any further, I think it would be best if we invite them, him, they, we, onto the stand for some final questioning, unless you want to conclude that as your closing statement.
If the prosecution, you, wishes to speak to them, that is your right.
Etten, please approach the bench and the stand. And I know what you guys are doing as a DM. Give me a performance check.
I advantage both of you because
100% with advantage. 100% with advantage.
With a GU, it's French.
Not 20.
Yeah!
Not 20. This briefcase came in handy.
As the Audens getting
17?
Wow.
As you sit there looking like...
It was Teddy. Teddy helps.
Reverse.
Looks like we won't need the. I forgot about you.
As you guys
share with the class.
The nuh-uh.
as you guys get up to the bench, the magistrate will look over at you guys. And can you tell us your thoughts on this matter? Are you a terrorist? Did you try to blow up the bridge?
We've been told that we're terrifying at times.
No.
The magistrate kind of tilts his head, kind of frowns a little bit.
It's so hard to remember what happened after the bathhouse. Someone approached us and now my head hurts.
Oh.
Yeah. and it was all a blur. The last thing I remember is the bright glow and waking up in the cell. There was, when we left the bathhouse, there was, some guy. He was wearing, my favorite color. Yes, you love purple. A purple guy. Yes. And now...
I brought to tears.
Ow! There's something in my forehead now. Oh,
As a doctor, I will look at that later. Please refrain from harming yourself.
Oh, yeah, don't touch it.
That's evidence.
It's your turn with Fluffy. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my god.
Well, nat 20, it's working. It's working. The people on the jury, as you look left or right, Shadow, some of them are in tears right now, feeling awful about this poor, stupid beast getting accused of high-level magic and exploding the bridge.
I pulled it out in front of me and I was like, you don't believe it.
Someone in the crowd goes, they're victims.
Are you saying that in the back?
So I will absolutely say that from the jury stand.
So you hear Guppy in the back, and then you just hear one person just start. As everybody's like,
They're just a boy.
So,
and
They're just a boys.
Is there anything else you'd like to say before we let the jury go and decide its verdict?
My brother and I have not been acting the way that Mama told us to. We are supposed to take care of the bathhouse and the mud. Yeah. And no more. I like Duke. He's a nice man. I never want to hurt him. But my head's so foggy and why are there shards in my head? I just remember being really hot and really angry. Becky hurts. Our Becky hurts. Our Becky hurts.
After seeing this shadow bubble, God damn it, maybe one of them die.
No one will hear that, but
Oh, I know.
with that, the magistrate would be like, please go take your place next to Duke's Rita.
It's okay.
With that,
The Duke will like pat you on like the small of your back because I'm so short.
Daddy wants to thank you, John.
the magistrate will sit back and he says, with my closing statement, I think there is, from the prosecution and as judge, I think there is reasonable doubt here. I do. But I'm not the ones that will decide the verdict today. It is up to the jury. Are there any closing last words that you would want to make for Renfield and the Ettons?
As stated before, Renfield has been through much, and he was indeed built on evil but does good for me. For myself, I have been acquitted, but I do appreciate your time today, and hopefully, maybe with my statements today and my talking with all of you, that can be a bridge of its own to a common talking point. The Ettons, even I feel it in here. But I hold no further arguments after anything but that teddy bear is adorable. Thank you.
Understood. We'll take a recess until lead juror has
I'll very quickly talk to the jury. Your Honor, I don't believe we'll need very long. I think we're ready to reach a verdict now.
The one person just has their head on your shoulder, just like, that's my friend. Yeah, just like that. Mouth open and everything. Mouth breathing hard. The gas, a little snort. Yeah, I like it. It's on the belt.
The gas was.
You keep talking about research.
I imagine that your verdict is something that we can probably agree on. If you don't mind standing up and just, you don't actually have to stand up unless you want to. I don't know if you can, but
we, the jury, find the Etten, the Duke, and the Duke's companion Renfield all innocent of these charges. There is reasonable doubt that they've been possibly framed, but are not the masterminds of this dastardly plot that blew up the bridge and harmed so many of my fellow soldiers.
Understood. The magistrate will stand up. He'll open up a long scroll.
My, what a long scroll you have.
Knowledge.
Flip the coin.
That was two
Flip
different.
the naughty coin.
That was two different moods.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Next.
Spicy meat. Spicy meat.
While you eat that, the magistrate will pull out. And he kind of even like, looks like he might even like dab a little too.
You didn't even look.
He did?
Oh, you didn't even look at what you ate.
He goes on to read, let it be known this tribunal has reviewed the evidence. Though no conclusive verdict of terrorist intent could be proven, the charges do not end there. By divine white veil, by command of the High Council of Woodsguard, and by the sacred doctrine of the sanctified dominion, the following judgment is rendered. Duke Sorrenthos, self-proclaimed noble and wielder of medicinal magics. Gog Magog and Ishbibinab, two heads of one abomination born not of man, but of monstrous stock. Renfield, errant consort of darkness, marked by chaos and shadow, you are all not guilty.
Hooray!
The magistrate says, but there is one law left. But these ends, even with their sad story, are of monstrous origin. Their very existence defies ordained purity of human realms. They are not citizens.
I would gasp if I could.
They are not subjects. And I'll admit they probably aren't the terrorists. But they are monsters. They are monstrosities.
Objection.
We're not in trial.
Oh,
This is a law.
is this the...
It gets very serious.
May I ask, does the law proceed onto lands that aren't your own?
He casts Cone of Silence on you.
Oh!
And as such, they are beyond the mercy of men. By law and light, they are condemned. Their sentence, public execution by blade. At dawn tomorrow, beneath the weeping arch, the guillotine shall fall not in vengeance, but in cleansing. Let the realm bear witness, let the people remember, let monsters know there is no place for them in the lands of men. Your Cone of Silence is removed.
Your Honor, may the jury present.
Have a great day. And he gets up. And most of the soldiers act like nothing has happened, really. You feel a great weight on you again. And you feel guided and moved by an unforeseen force below your waist back to your trapdoor, where it opens up. Because it's basically right there. You then fall back into the pit, which grows in length downward and width to its original form where you were there again. And the morning slowly turns into early noon. What do you do?
The Duke, while you guys are going, do not worry. Please do not act out. We have this under control. They've already proven themselves to be horrible at this.
The Arch Paladin will walk over to you and Renfield, who are still innocent.
He takes off his wig.
So I won't feel
he
like
gets into
walking behind.
Renfield.
Come over this way.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Wakefield.
kind of walks over to you, and Shadow's appearance is kind of a basic soldier. There's no room in these lands for monsters. You know. Kind of, she walks away.
He stops her as he holds up one finger. You've already broken one international law by detaining me unlawfully. If you're actually trying to incite a war with the Northern Kingdom, which does recognize all races, you are doing so with this action. And even more so, on a bridge between lands that they did not technically cross until you forced them.
I took a little look into your lands. They're not around anymore. See ya. And she walks away.
He says, "You're right, they're not, but my mothers are, or my
She
grandmothers
just keeps walking, almost ignoring you. Just keeps walking.
What is this Archpaladin wearing?
She's wearing, it's almost like ebony with like this brown kind of like pearlescent color to it, and where there's kind of like the hinges and kind of the overlapping, there's like thin bits of gold, and kind of, it's a very much
I would like to
Archpaladin.
offer her a drink as she walks by.
How would you offer this? In what way?
Archpaladin, thank you so much for your words. They're such an inspiration. May I share a drink with you? And I'll hold out this flask.
No, I'm much too busy. But if you insist, roll for diplomacy or. Because a nat 20.
It's a
Okay,
6.
then no. She just says, and it's just as many times as people have tried to kill me, I don't drink from strangers I don't know.
Someone of your whatever.
Yeah.
I'll walk over to the Duke.
The Duke hasn't moved. He might be ignoring, but the Duke is standing perfectly still, like unnaturally so, with his arms crossed, and with all these people moving around. He hasn't moved after this conversation, and is showcasing his defiance by just standing there.
So if you were Guppy, you're looking at, with the sun kind of coming up, the silhouette of the Duke and a guillotine right there, and you being behind a rock next to, wait, are you still over there?
No, I walked
No,
back
you
from the
walked
tent back towards the crowd.
You hear the sound of like a horse kind of like getting like doing something with the horse. Very it sounds natural, unnatural at the same time. Kind of corralling what sounds like maybe a wild horse and breaking it in again. But that's about it. It's pretty quiet, eerily quiet. As the camp kind of goes back, you see some of the guys start talking about, all right, let's see if we can find any more bodies and get the
So
rescue
I'm gonna
going.
walk over towards His Grace and say, Your Grace, I'm afraid there's been other developments as well.
What would that be?
Not knowing where my companions were when I popped back over into my armor, I did send a message to His Lordship, the Lich, and the reply I got is their armies are marching to the closest tree.
The army is, if I misspoke, I do apologize, so I'll clarify that.
Okay.
The army will be going to where you planted the seed of devotion. They'll be going through the tree where that tree was planted, and they'll be coming out there. And they'll be heading towards you.
Oh, the army is coming. They're coming out of where we planted the tree, and they're moving towards us.
When you say the army, I'm just going to clarify, not the totality of the
army.
Fairangel army, but an army. Just to be clear, just clarifying.
Okay.
They'll lead us the army.
The,
We got the whole army
second
coming to
thing
save us.
I need to report is I was unable to plant the
All right,
evidence.
I've already. Every soldier there heard what I said.
But-
Spread.
However, slight, as I should say, complication is that particular general, prince, commander, whatever, took the big wagon with the creature and galloped off.
Even better. It showcases even more guilt. Good. We need to get. Can you do your armor thing and get over to the bathhouse from here?
No. What do you mean?
go out of your armor, right?
Yes, but your grace, my range is very limited. I can only, my movement is only like 10.
Okay. Need to get back there and report.
Well,
Yes, we send Guppy. And this random soldier that's just been standing kind of off behind you will speak up, as you are the only ones around. Oh, Alister, it's good to see you made it.
Thank you.
No,
I thank
wink.
Miss
And give you
Mr. Shadow.
a very shadow-esque look.
Oh, no, it's clear. I was wondering when you will show up. I do have a slight idea.
Well, do we really need the Eton?
Yes.
Yes.
Fair enough. They've grown on me like a tumor.
I seem to remember, and I'm going to try to remember this as a paladin, that there's also instead of like execution, there's a trial by combat. And I seem to remember this. I'm trying to know if this is something that I feel...
A trial by combat to do what, exactly?
So perhaps a trial by combat for the admins would be a way out, and perhaps one of us can challenge them and fake our demise so they could win their innocence.
I'm trying to save you.
Brother, this is our chance.
This seems cool. Do you know if that paladin rule would go into effect? Because she's clearly the one who's very racist.
I do know these paladins of Silmaris, but I'm not familiar with their new ways. They're wearing new sigils and their salutes are different. I've known them 600-700 years ago, so I don't know. But back then,
Are ancient rights were that
sure you have a right to challenge.
I will not be able
By
to
combat.
deny that if I am going to be the one to enact it, as I have not only respected them, but have shown them that they actually were the ones that could be at fault in blaming us.
The last little bit of the puzzle would be who can fake their own death.
I'm sure maybe I could convince one of the other guards to volunteer and not so fake it.
Well, perhaps typically in these cases, each side would pick a champion or would fight themselves.
That paladin is going to fight herself.
The only way is if we were able to accuse them of personal injury, where we would get that right.
I've already actually been acquitted of a potential crime. I may be able to do that, but I also
You were defending them.
Defending
yes.
them, that's the issue.
As you guys are kind of plotting and planning, we'll go to Guppy first. What are you doing?
Watching this.
I'm watching them all be a team and like sit around and like
We could all like waddle back towards this rock.
Say, Alister,
I'm-
have you seen fish
I'm just
lips?
peeking up from the rock like guys.
We can like you said the sun setting kind of thing.
Oh, the sun's kind of rising.
I'm just trying to use this
because it was
as
just morning, and so it's kind of like late dawn. And but you're on a hill, so looking up, the sun's kind of making this.
So it'd probably be really pretty by the river. So maybe we go over and talk by the river, and there's a guppy behind the rock.
Oh yes, the river filled with corpses and debris.
Okay.
I see them going toward the river. I'm like, okay, and
Okay. And Ish and God, what are you guys doing now that you're back in the hole?
oh.
I really thought that would work.
I debased myself in front of humans for nothing. Damn them all! They're gonna kill us anyways. And they're gonna leave us, because why would they come back to get us?
Shadow, give me a perception check.
Oh, absolutely. 15 plus 2, 17.
You hear them. They're not that far away.
Can I go walk over
Aren't
to
we,
the
like,
top of this
underground?
hill?
You're underground. The ward you can hear through. You just can't penetrate it physically or magically. You can go over there, and there is one guard over there that's
So,
hearing all this.
I will. Buddy,
They're very stonewall, though. They're just-
can I relieve you? I know how this job is. Would you like a drink? It'll believe me, it'll make it pass so much faster.
Oh, sure. Give us a drink. What's in it?
So it is wine laced with that poison that
Shit your pants.
shit your pants.
What is your
Poison at
pants
least
poison?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I feel like when we ask Shadow what their
15
poisons
plus
are,
2,
you should ask
17.
what-
So sorry, sir.
Are they wearing a full set of armor?
Yeah, he's in a full heavy set of armor.
Okay.
But it's very, if you're going to look at him, it's very plain Jane. It's not ornate or anything. He's a very basic guard.
Would you like me to relieve you for a little bit? I know they're having breakfast at the mess tent. If you want to get something to eat, I don't mind.
Well, I'm hungry. Yeah, I guess. Sure. Do you need anything?
Oh, I just ate. You feel free.
Okay, you're very pretty, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, what's your tent number? But
3. I give him the tent number of the guy with all the warts.
Yes! yes!
No, 4.
4A.
That was a bit.
I might come flap your tent.
If you catch me at midnight, I'll just come right into my bedroll
Okay.
to be warm for you.
Don't turn on the lights.
I like it,
I
dog.
guess I'll see you later. He walks away.
And I was just like,
Meanwhile, in the hole, I can't believe Shadow got us into this mess.
So there's
Curse them.
the next closest person, and even from then on would be that guy, but he's walking away, is the clerk dealing with this mad horse right now. Besides that, there's no one around, and he seems very distracted. And he's maybe about 100 feet away.
so I'll kneel down.
I before you say anything, I will be saying,
Why would they come back? We were just prisoners here. They were using us for muscles. They always do, brother.
It is what they always do.
Well, it is what you're good at.
Voice.
I feel irritated.
Rationally, no.
Would you like
Rationally, man.
a little assistance?
Are you all still here?
Wait, what?
I'm gonna try to get you out of there.
Oh, that doesn't
Of course you will.
Yeah, they always do.
Don't ask where Guppy is. I wanted to be
Sorry,
there.
things didn't quite go to plan, but
sneak
we've
over
got
now.
this.
All right, you killing him?
Are we
If I need to.
How do you all feel about smashing a paladin into the ground?
Oh my goodness.
Would that make you
Is
feel
it the
better?
one that
Yes.
can we keep them alive
No.
Can we keep her?
for us and put them in the meat bag
You can put them in the meat bag.
alive?
Yeah.
You could roast her in her own
To
armor.
drown
I'm
the
basically going to
ruins.
do a trial by combat of the ancient rite of their sect.
Okay, well, when it's done.
So they're civilized.
So when it's done,
No, definitely not.
you can, like.
Did you see how bad that magistrate was?
They're humans.
You do body stuff, right?
Yes.
You could take off her, like, arms and legs and, like, keep her alive.
Yes.
And then we could just put the rest in the meat bag.
Now they'll probably
It's a
want to bury
sacrifice
her,
to
and we'll try to
Mooch.
get you out of this scot-free.
Why is he free?
Yeah.
Well, it's Scott's free, even if you're not.
Is that my new nickname?
You get a negative pet point for that awful joke. Just kidding.
Anyways, but that is my
No
plan,
religious
at least
thing.
for now. And if
No.
everything goes to shit, well, I guess we just fight. Because these people, and also we have an army around the corner.
What happened? We have a what?
Are we all walked over to?
What happens if they just say no?
Huh?
I'm back in
We
the
attack
river
with the
now.
army?
Okay.
You're at the river? What you doing at the river?
Crying.
stumbling.
No, I'm not. I'm right where they left me because I can't go anywhere. I will be seen at
This was near the river, though. You could have been like,
Come join us in the
Yeah,
cell.
come join.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go.
So
I'll fit in.
In the cell.
Or perhaps a deception would work. They could fight me. And after a few blows, as it were, they could set me on fire. And then I can poof into my mist. And they can smack my armor, which would fall apart.
Can you hide in the ground for a little bit?
I could hide as a little cloud inside the chest plate.
You can always hide under my cloak if need be as well.
And I'll be fire and there will be smoke.
Is this near us?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Like on top of yourself.
The first intelligent thing I've ever said. I go, didn't they just talk about your mist like 5 minutes ago?
But this time there will be fire.
Oh, that makes it okay.
But this
That's
time,
different.
As you guys are kind of talking about fire and smoke, you hear. You guys actually underground will probably hear. Oh no, there's a river on that side, so no. Scratch that, sorry. Being a bad DM. You guys up top, you guys don't hear this, but you guys start hearing the sounds of like very distant, very immense pounding on the ground. Marching.
That could
You
either
start
be a very
seeing
good thing or a very
very
bad
bad.
thing.
On the western bank of where the river is, you start seeing black smoke kind of rise over the same hill that you guys came over.
Wait, towards you?
It's the same hill that you came over to get to the bridge.
You see, and
You see
I know. I'm looking at the dirt wall.
deep black smoke in patches, multiple patches, and it's getting larger as these billows. And it's definitely approaching. You know, looking at this, by the time it gets a little past noon, the sun will probably be blotted out by the burning of this like makeshift kerosene.
Excellent. And
This fuel they're using to light their fires.
do I recognize the what I would consider the liches?
Perception.
was the western direction that we came from.
Oh no.
Yeah, you guys came from the western on the eastern side of the
I think
river.
my perception
You're
is
just
three.
into the Masshistoric Wilds, which is kind of like this prehistoric,
Jungly, almost.
jungly, rocky terrain.
14.
A 14. You know that based on you knew what was coming and the time that's passed, that it's probably the army. They're still probably far away, but you know it's probably a large sect of Lord Malric's undead army
Maverick's
approaching.
undead army approaching.
why would they be approaching?
Oh, I must have slipped my mind. I told His Grace, I sent we're in a pickle, come rescue us message.
Oh, my father sent the legions to assist me.
I thought everybody was captured or killed or worse.
Who are you?
I was alone on the other bank.
It is
Not trapped in a
understandable.
cell.
Perhaps no deception will be necessary.
I
We can just wipe this riffraff off.
But if we can see it coming,
As soon as you say that, but if we can see them coming, you start hearing the sound of war bellows come like through the encampment. And I think that's where we're gonna end tonight. Yes!
We got the River Wars hats.
oh dang.
I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was really fun, guys. You guys were great
I'm
dressed
so warm.
up. It's so warm. I have 5 layers on. But anyways, make sure you guys stop at Fortune Fantasy. Tell them
Oh,
if
God,
you.
put those pasty whites away.
10% off. And we forget to say this every time, but it's episode 10. We've done 10 episodes, guys. So, what was the saying again? Oh, legends may fade, but myths never die. See you guys next Tuesday, 7 o'clock. Bye.